What's going on? What's going on, guys? I am just checking in with you guys to see what's going on. Got a few things to chat about. Hopefully, we can get going with a good conversation this evening. We've been going at it pretty much the whole weekend. It's been a lot of things that have been discussed and discovered, and so on and so forth. So a few things on my mind, but right now I'm waiting on a brother to join me because we have a couple of things we're going to be talking about, and we're going to kind of go from there. So right now we are just open. I'm going to put the link in the chat, so if you guys want to join me, if you come up, you can definitely do so. Basically, if you know, I'm always about building and frequencies and being on the right light and making sure you're getting your all right, sorry about that, guys. Making sure that you're getting your spirits leveled and your body alkalized and getting some positive frequencies going where your light is able to energetically flow through you at the right um frequency. If you have certain blockages and certain things going on, you're not going to have um that opportunity to have the correct frequency flow of light. So what we want to do is make sure we're opening up any portals, any blockages, or anything we can in the mind, in the body, in the spirit, with any conversations. And we're always here to help build and enlighten others. And Brother Wisdom, thank you so much for joining. I know you had some good things you wanted to chat about with your wise self. I was looking forward to it. So what's going on with you tonight, brother?
Not much, just chilling. I'm just going through my YouTube stroll, seeing some
Yeah.
people talking about some things I don't quite agree with.
Uh-oh, what's going on, bro? What they do?
No, really. I just want to be about it, and not really, you know what I'm saying? Down nobody. Just try to put
Okay,
out
okay,
this,
let's get to it then, brother. However you want to do it. Look, we just want to make sure whatever that negative is, if it's out there, we want to get rid of that and get the right thing in there. So let's get to it.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about, right there. Like just put some, what it take, put a opposing idea to the universe.
Yes, yes. We
Mm,
ready.
hold on.
So what's on your mind, brother? What particularly anything particular or just a couple of things we want to discuss or get into?
Well, you already know how knowledge goes, so it might end up
Mhm.
going all around the world. But I'm trying to keep it narrow path. Basically, the main idea was just about scripture. So,
Okay.
a lot of people had a general consensus that that we were taken captive into Egypt and all that type of stuff, and
Oh,
Deuteronomy and all that, And-
yeah. Oh, okay.
yes. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go
Yes.
ahead,
Yes.
so
I
go
was
ahead.
gonna say I saw something today, and same as you. I don't want to be saying anything negative, but I saw something early today too, and I was like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "Okay." I didn't want to say my feelings about that either, but yeah, bro. Let's just get into what you want to expose, basically about the truth.
Exactly. We're gonna address it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm getting a little echo too. I'll just let you know.
Let me see. Let me make sure it's not me. It's something I got to get used to, brother. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I have an old stream if it's not on. Let's see. This is the one we're on now. All right. Okay, bro. Is that better? Hold on a second. Is
It's
this any
probably
better?
hello. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Yeah, it's a little better. But I can't hear myself though still slightly, but
Okay. It don't have. Oh, wait. Here go. Hold on. Let me go to the echo thing. Hold on. All right. Check it again, bro.
mic check 1 2 1 2. I think that's it.
All right. That's what it was.
Yeah.
We in there now.
Okay, let me get to my screen sharing right quick. Yeah, and it's funny too, because ironically, I was just doing something on it when I heard them talking about
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
So that's like kind of amazing. You know what I mean?
that confirmation, something we don't even be looking for. I ain't even ask the questions. It's just like, hey, here you go, just in case you need it.
Exactly.
Ain't that phenomenal, boy? I tell you, when you in tune, brother, it's just there, right?
That's exactly how it goes, just like
I,
that. Let me
I
see.
swear, I love it.
To the YouTube.
And while you looking, brother, just to say too, I really be appreciate you. You know, just your wisdom in general. I know you don't always talk a lot, and you don't always like share a lot about what you thinking unless somebody asks you. You know, then you'll go ahead and you go in. But I really be appreciating your knowledge and even some of the stuff you done opened my mind up to where I was seeing a little bit of this, but I didn't quite understand. And it was like, am I sure about this? And here you come, just like Wisdom Seeker. That name brought it right to me. Like, see, there you go. You know what you was on. You just now you got some facts to back you up. That's what I
Exactly. Exactly. And I'm kind of like the behind the scenes type person. So a person like you that like to be out in front and open, you know what I mean? It'd be good that you arm it up. You know what I mean?
yes,
And
brother.
cutting their ass up. I be loving it. I be sitting back in the cut. I be seeing you. I be like, yeah, she caught it. And she cutting their ass up with it.
But bro, they look, they want you know what I noticed, something came to me last night. I said, what I think it is because I'm a woman, right? And there's so many men that be on these panels. They so used to being aggressive with each other. And even though it's like I don't want them to be like, oh yeah, yeah, be backing down with me now. Don't get it twisted. Be yourself. But at the same time, they don't understand how women come across. And sometimes maybe the way that I am being nice, they'll take it as, well, let me just da da da, because they do each other like that. And then when I come to like, wait a minute, back down, because I let them know, hold on, just because I'm nice, I ain't sweet. Like, not like that. And then I think they get upset because it's like I'm not as subtle as they thought I were before, or when we were talking right before. Oh, she was so nice, and look at her now. You know what I'm saying? It's shocking to them. It's like, I'm being me. I'm gonna give you what you give, and as long as you're being kind, respectful, and sweet to me, that's all you're gonna get from me. You know, and it's just you have to learn people, and I have to learn too that people have different personalities. And something else you taught me, brother, I got to mention this too, as far as seeing the things in other people. A lot of times, and maybe it's a little bit of me I'm seeing in that person. It's like, oh, that kind of irritates me. And I
Yes.
noticed that too, which is funny. It's like, whoa, I can't get too mad because I'm just seeing me. But okay. So yeah, brother.
It's definitely a fine line. I hear myself again too, just to let you know. But yeah, it's definitely a fine line though. It really is. And so we just gotta, how they say, stay balanced on that tightrope. You know what I mean?
Yes,
And so yeah,
definitely.
actually I gotta pull it up for you.
Okay. Let me add it. Is it in there yet?
I think. Hold on. I'm sorry. I thought I did. Hold on. I didn't put it yet. Hold on.
Mine's I say he would join, but he's in the chat. You in the chat with in a couple of other rooms, brother. That's what Wisdom said. We've been kind of browsing too a little earlier.
Oh yeah,
He said,
my eyes eye. What's happening?
okay, that's my boy. He hung in there with me like I mean he did like I said, oh, he got my back like Wisdom the other night, bro. When Huey had came on late and you kind of jumped on his a little later, I had went live too. Me and Mind's Eye and Everything is Everything. We was on here for, man, we did a nice good one. And Mind's Eye, you already know how he do. He was going in. I said, uh-oh, here you go. I got another one like Wisdom that can spit it and just and I'm absorbing and absorbing. I love building off each other. It be feeling so good.
Oh yeah, everybody got the light, man. Just everybody showing everybody what they already know. That's the key. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yes. Bring it out of each other.
Yes, man. Should be back though. Should be.
All right. Pick it up. Yep, there you go. Add to the stream.
All
All
right.
right, bro. I'm ready.
So you should see it pretty good, huh? Can you see it?
Yep. I'm not on the
Okay.
computer, but I could see it. But did you need me to read it?
You can
Or
read
you
it if
got
you
it?
want. Yeah, you can read it.
Oh no, I didn't want. I was asking you if you needed me to, because you said I could see it because it's a little small because I'm on the phone, brother. I didn't get on my computer.
Make it a little bigger for you if I can.
Okay. It says, oh, you know what? Actually, I can actually put it on the TV and then I'll be able to see it. And
Okay.
it's not gonna and it's
That'll
not
be.
gonna interfere with the sound. Let me see. Load. Okay, there we go. All right. 1 second, bro. Getting it pulled
Okay.
up now.
And I kind of try to just pull out the key points because it's like 60 some verses in Deuteronomy on this particular book that I'm reading. As a matter of fact, I need to put in exactly what chapter it is so people can reference back to it. I think it's 28. As a matter of fact, it's 28.
Okay, you said it's 28 verses?
Yeah, no, Deuteronomy 28.
Okay.
Deuteronomy chapter 28. Yes, man.
Okay. Now let me just turn the mute the sound down on this one. Okay, bro. All right. So you want me to start reading it? Oh wait, I
Yeah,
gotta fix the
yeah, you
chat.
can. 'Cause I know a lot of people understand better when they do the reading versus somebody reading to them. So,
Okay.
yes,
Hold
man.
on. Trying to move the little chat thing. It's showing the chat here. Hold on a minute. Okay.
And just so you know now, as you can see, that I skipped some verses here and there. So, don't think that it's all reading together. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? You see how I got
Okay.
verse 1, then it got verse 13, you know what I'm saying? So I skipped a whole bunch of them and went to 13 just to break out some key points.
All right. Perfect. All right. So you want me to start now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It says, and it came to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will not, will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Okay,
And the
you start
Lord,
right there. So right there.
okay.
So all right, so now that's the introduction sentence. So basically, let you know how everything else going to unfold for the most part, right? And
Hmm.
when people think about the commandments, they're thinking about thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, all the regular stuff. Okay. Um, and remember when I was telling you that it when they say and it came to pass, that it's like
Hmm.
they want you to focus in on what they're saying. You see?
Yep. The point. Here's a point coming up. Make sure you're paying attention.
Yes, ma'am. And they say if thou hearken diligently, okay, unto the voice. So the key word is voice of the Lord, thy
Okay.
God. All right. So they don't
Hmm.
necessarily have nothing to do with no uh, uh, commandments written in stone and all that stuff. How they say because they say the commandments written on your heart. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Right.
You see, and so you see how they slick the word hearken in there, just so that you can reference back to that type of stuff in your mind. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You know. So that's why I said hearken diligently. We're talking about the inside thing, okay? And so it says to observe and to do all the commandments. So to observe, to see it with your spiritual eye, right? And to
Hmm.
act on the righteousness what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, you can keep going. So
All right. It says, and the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail. And thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. Thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. If that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy God, which I command thee this day, to observe and to do them. To
so
observe and to do them.
yes, ma'am. So that's telling us what that it's all about your head, okay, and you're not the tail, which is your body.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And so he was gonna make you the head and not the body, okay. But when you get your head together, then you're gonna be able to control your body. Is basically what it's saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So 14. And thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day to the right hand and to the left, and go after other gods to serve them.
Uh
So
oh.
going to the right and the left, the other gods.
Uh
What
oh.
that's saying.
Real smart.
Mm.
So you already know where we're going with this. We're talking about other gods. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then I just put my little insert right there. You probably really want to. Mhm.
Yeah, it says, now it is about to explain if you don't follow your God given senses, these are the things that are going to come.
That's right.
And it says, but it shall come to pass if thou shalt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God to, uh oh, to, you moved it. You, okay, I see it now. It was no, it was. I think my screen delayed, brother. I was reading and then the screen
I did,
started moving. I'm
you
like,
good now? Oh, sorry, my bad.
no, no, you fine.
Okay.
It says, I'm gonna start over. It says, but it shall come to pass if thou will not hearken. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, I had
Wait
to
a minute.
move it again. Probably delayed on you again. My bad.
Okay, yep, it did. No problem. Okay, you only did it twice, right?
Yes, man. It should be good now.
Okay. All right, yep. So, but if it's, but I'm sorry, but it shall come to pass if thou will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, repeating again the same thing
That's
earlier,
right.
to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee, take
Okay.
over your whole body.
That's right. And I gave another little insert right there.
Okay, wait a minute. Where did I do? Oh, right. Okay. No, no man will have thee. What man does people think will save? No, I'm sorry. Let me repeat that again. No man will save thee. What man does people think will save them? What man? What physical man?
You
That's a
get it.
question.
That's a hell of a question, huh?
That's a question, bro. And
Yes,
then it
ma'am.
says, I'm sorry, did you want to say something about that or you want me to read again?
Not in particular because it's gonna explain why I asked that.
Okay. It says, and thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness. Hold on. And thou shalt grope at noonday, at the head, at the peak, 12 noon, up
Yes,
top.
ma'am.
As
Standing
the
up right.
blind, I'm trying, bro. I'm getting a
Hey, you
little
get it. Now, I love it. Now, I can just sit back and not say that you catch everything. That'd be perfect.
there. And as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be any oppressed and spoiled, any hold on, and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee again. What man? So basically, it's saying, thou shalt grope at noonday, grope at the head, grope at the top, trying to get what you're supposed to be doing, and you're gonna be in darkness. So they still in sin, they still struggling, they going from this thing to that thing, doing what they ain't got no business doing. And then thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, because they doing that. They're not gonna be getting up there. They're trying to get up there. They're trying to reach that noonday point, but they can't get there. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore. It's just gonna be forever hard. That backsliding, as people want to say, or considering, you study backsliding, doing this and that, or whatever, in that type of sense. And when you're doing that and doing those dark things, it's keeping you spoiled to those dark things. And while you're being spoiled to those dark things, it's steadily oppressing you. And it says, no man shall save thee. There's no man that can save thee. What man? There's no man to save you. Only the Spirit can take you there.
Exactly. And I think it was something I wanted to point out too. Let's see what it was. It said, grow up at noonday, prosper in the way on the press. Let me go down a little bit. Say, not a heart to observe, do the commandments, all the curses. Oh yeah, remember now in 15, sister. So
Yeah.
right now they're explaining that if you don't follow the commandment, not saying that this is absolute fact, it's already concrete and it's gonna happen, right? That it's done. It's just telling people if you don't follow God, these are going to be the results.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So right now we're just speculatively talking. It's not saying no, this is it. You see what I'm saying? You see what it says 15 at the end? It say, it say, and all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Like if you don't, what it say at 15? It say, it should come to pass if thou would not hearken unto the voice of the Lord of God to do them. See what I'm saying? So explain you what's going to happen. Just explain you what's going to happen if you do, not explain what's going to happen if you don't. That's all it's simply doing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's just telling you. It's just telling you. So it's still up to you. It's your choice. So hey, you can listen or not. I mean, ain't nobody gonna make you listen, but there's the consequences if you don't. That's all I'm telling you.
And what's so sad about it,
that.
when they read the commandments, they're thinking the commandments of Moses and Abraham. That's what they're thinking, and they're not understanding these are the commandments. He told you these are the commandments that's written on your heart already. And we can actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna write that down as a note so I can pull that up for you, so I can help confirm everything that I'm saying. Because a lot of people don't really think about it when it says that the commandments are written on your heart. But
Right.
you can continue, sister.
Okay. And what did oh, you pulled it up. Okay.
36.
Perfect.
Yes, ma'am.
It says, the Lord shall bring thee, the Lord shall bring thee, and thy king which thou shalt set over thee. The Lord shall bring thee, and thy king, which shall set over thee, that crown, until a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. And the Lord God and the Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and thou shalt. So serving other gods, it said God's going to take them to a nation. The Lord will bring thee thy king, which thou shalt set over thee. The king, basically, whatever God, whatever it is that they praising and worshiping, and he's going to take that to another nation, and neither one of them will know the nation, and there shall thou serve
Mhm.
other gods, and they're going to be serving all these other gods there, even wooden and stone gods. Is that what that said?
Yes, ma'am. So basically, you remember when the children of Israel they wanted a king to rule them.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So basically, that's what they're referencing to. That because they didn't want, they basically didn't want to follow what the word of God that Moses was trying to explain to them. So they just rather have a king over them to run them. They wanted to be like all other nations. So
Right.
yes, ma'am. So in all the other nations, is not necessarily saying it's going to that they're being taken captive of anything. Is being taken captive of the mind, like the culture that they're following. They're
Mhm.
assimilating themselves to other nations. Basically, is what it's speaking on.
Right. Study falling under these other guys.
That's right. That's why I keep referencing the gods and stuff like that, trying to let us know over and over. They're trying to implant that into our understanding that this is basically what he's talking about, period, the whole time, even though all the other stuff is kind of fluffy. But you go ahead.
Okay.
Mhm.
And it says, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb. Oh, it says you will become, I will become, she will become. No, no, stop. It says, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. Among most will become all talk unless they walk. I just said that. Oh my gosh, brother, on the live before I came over, I swear. That's my witness. Look at this. Hold on. Let me read that one again. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. Most will become all talk unless they walk. You
Right
can
now, my
tell me
insert. Yes, ma'am.
talk, bro.
The
Listen,
parentheses is my insert. Yes, ma'am.
bro, before I came over here. Okay, before I came over here, I swear I was looking at this I was on a live. I was on a live actually. I was watching the live and I was actually about to get off. And then he said, oh, I'm about to open the panel if y'all want to come up. So I jumped on real quick. And then you had sent me a message. I said, oh yeah, bro, boom, boom, boom. So then I looked up and I was like, let me get on here real quick. And I was telling him something. I was like, yeah, everybody doing all this talking, all this arguing. You know, same thing we be saying, brother, wasting time, doing nothing, talking about nothing. And then I told the guy, I said, yeah, we doing all this. I said, everybody talking, everybody talking. I said, it's nothing gonna happen when everybody's doing all this talking. I said, we have to be walking, all this talking and talking and I say all this talking and talking and walking and walking, it's gotta be about action. You can't be talking without walking. Something I said like that, and here you come and said the same thing on something totally different.
That's crazy.
Crazy. It's a more
Nation is
complicated.
crazy. I love to call it synchronization because that's what it's all about, you know. And when you recognize it, that's the key, sister. So,
Right. That tripped me out. I had to read that again. Like, wait a minute.
and
Okay,
so
wait.
you see why I got that idea out of that, right? Because you said
Yes.
they said that they would be an astonishment, right? It'd be like, I'm surprised
Right.
that y'all not doing the shit. Oh, y'all just talking about y'all to this and y'all to that, and what
Right.
the hell? Oh, y'all just a proverb and a byword. Y'all don't understand. You're supposed to be living this shit, not just. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yes, man. Yes, man.
I hope his butt come over here because he said he was gonna come over here too, so he could see that you even. Oh man, that's just crazy. You're gonna be like, dang, she just said that. Okay,
And now
so
understand now I skipped some more
yeah,
verses and it's going to 47 now. So that's 10 verses that I just skipped.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, right, it is 37 to 47. Okay, it says, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. So I got to stop there because it go to 60. Whoa, because hold on, I got to ask you about the servest part. What does that mean? Because thou servest. I know it's talking about servant, but is this something specific because it's spelled like that? Because it says servest,
That's just
not
the way
the.
they were writing it back then. So basically saying because thou serves, but no saying or serve,
Okay.
not the Lord of
Okay.
God. I mean,
Okay, I want to make sure it wasn't, inclining something else, and I'm missing it. That I want to make
I
sure
guess
I'm getting.
better way they was writing it, I get they just trying to implicate that it's an action. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Mm,
action, it's service. It's like something emotional what it sound like to me.
right. Oh yeah. Right. You're right, brother. Because if it said the Lord. It says not the Lord thy God with joyfulness. So just sitting around, basically not doing nothing as far as like, oh God, yeah, that's God. That's kind of what it sounds
You
like
know
to
what?
me.
And it's kind of clarifying what 37 saying when it was saying that it's just going to be a proverb and about it,
Right.
not about no action. So like you don't act on what you know. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't serve the Lord that God with joyfulness. It's like they did a moment and complaining, man. This is what they're doing. They're holding us down. They can't. They put it as slave. They did. All you're doing is groping. You see
Mm,
what I'm saying?
mm, mm.
Like just griping is all you're doing. Like you don't understand that your life is the joy, that your peace of mind. You see what I'm saying? They don't have that.
Right.
You know? Yes,
And
ma'am.
that's the craziness too.
They're showing that they feel that they are in bondage.
Mm.
Yes.
Hold on, I gotta move this thing. Keep putting the chat up on the part I'm doing now. Hold on, bro. I don't know why it's doing that. Move the chat. Move the chat. Okay, got it. I'm like, why is it showing the stuff and it's coming out? Like, okay, you want to want me to go to 60, right?
Yes, ma'am. And actually, I want to mention something else too, right? Is
Oh,
that
yep. Go ahead. Go ahead.
you know that John the Baptist represent joy and all that type of stuff, and they say gladness of heart, and they say for the abundance of all things. So it's letting you know how to get abundance. You get abundance with joyful or the joyful heart and a glad heart. You see what I'm saying? Like being grateful for what you have basically in life.
Right.
So that's how you attain. That is kind of like referencing the scripture where it says, seek you first, yourself, the kingdom of heaven, and all these things shall be added unto you. That's basically what it's saying.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. You go ahead.
Okay. So, moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt. Here go the diseases of Egypt. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou was afraid of, and they. Wow, I'm getting tongue twisted. I'm sorry. Which thou wast afraid of, and thou shalt cleave to your wife, soul or spirit unto thee, which is to verify that the wife is the soul, and I
That's
we
right.
understand that now.
Yes, ma'am. And so now when they referencing the diseases, right, we will automatically, like you said, right, like the diseases that they displayed, but this kind of
Mhm.
it's going to clarify even more further down what they actually mean. But with diseases, they're still referencing to those false gods. Let's not forget, okay? So those
Right.
false gods stuff, those are the diseases it's being referenced to, not the
Right.
literal bug stuff that they displayed to us. Go ahead.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay, so it says, and ye shall be left few in number, whereas ye were as the stars of heaven for multitude, because thou wouldest not obey the voice of the Lord thy God. And the Lord, did you want me to stop there for a second?
Yeah, you go ahead. Mhm.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth, even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Lord have mercy, talking about that Oregon energy. He the process over here. We just down
Yes,
here
ma'am.
causing assimilation. Break it down, brother.
Yes, ma'am. You just said it. Said the same thing again. Like actually, I had just clarified it. Just went ahead and just proved what I had said. That's all it did. Yes, man. So you wrote the scattering among other people is meaning the scattering their mental among other coaches. You see what I'm saying? No, no. Like I said, following other coaches and stuff like that. That's the sense of scattering it's talking about. Whether it was physical scattering, like them taking, like they're going out to follow this coach and going out to follow that coach, or if they did it within. So it's still the same thing as a scattered mind, a scattered brain, like a double-minded man, basically.
Right. You confused, you conflicted, you going back
Yes,
and forth.
ma'am.
You this, you that. Remember, I was telling you how when I was in the church, I was going to this church, that church, and I'm looking like, man, I can't get right. These people don't know what they talking about. I was just so confused. My mind was all over because I know I'm like, I'm just trying to serve God, and these people ain't helping me at all. And I'm dragging my kids to this church. We going to this one, we going to that one. I'm just looking like something ain't right. I couldn't get it figured out, and that's just what was going on.
And so when you say a people, that represents a culture. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when they say, remember when they said all nations, that's why I said among all people.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
And then it says, and among these nations shalt thou find no disease. You're going to keep disease, being disease. Neither shall the sole of thy feet have rest, power, and courage, which is that lower chakra, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart and falling of eyes and sorrow of mind. Ooh, that sounds so sad. Don't it?
Exactly.
It sounds so sad.
Yes, it is. Because they're doing it, they don't know it,
Right. In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even? And at even thou shalt say, oh, even, is it saying evening? It's
Yes,
probably
ma'am.
talking about evening. And at evening thou shalt say, would God it were morning? For the fear of thine heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. Now, hold on, I got to read that again because I didn't understand that. In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even.
So they basically
Oh,
say,
is that talking about? Oh, I'm sorry. Is that talking about what we was talking about the other day, bro? Remember when I was saying, hey, everything is everything, baby. Peace up.
Hey, what's
Remember?
going on, yeah?
hey, what's happening, man? What's happening? Everything. It's cool, bro.
What's going on? So good to see y'all on. What's going on? What y'all talking about?
The Deuteronomy, basically trying to just run down what they mean by the bondage of Egypt and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Let you know it's all about you at the end of the day. You know.
Mm.
And
That's
so
a
in
good
67,
little.
Sister Soul, right? What they're basically saying is that you know how people procrastinate. You see what I'm saying? It's like you ask God for something, you're like, man, I'm gonna do this shit in the morning, right? And then when it gets to the morning, you don't do it. And you're like, you know what? I'm gonna do it this evening. And then you still don't do it. So I'm saying that's really you just showing you're scared, you're fearful.
Oh,
You see?
Mm.
I guess that sounds
Just
like me
like
with
just
this
like
talking.
hesitation.
Exactly.
Just like hesitation.
You pump faking, man.
You doubting yourself. Yeah.
I'm gonna do it next week. You know, you ain't finna do shit next week. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do it next
Mm.
week. You just putting it off because you really don't want to shake nothing.
Yeah, that real shit though, because it's something you want to do. You gonna do that shit right now.
Exactly.
But it could be other stuff that stagnates you too, bros. Now, because listen, I'm supposed to be moving like I'm talking about in a matter of weeks, right? I got like 3 boxes packed, bro, and I got a 4-bedroom whole house basement, full basement. I got stuff in the garage I ain't even went through in about probably 3 years. I mean, like I know I'm gonna be leaving like half of my stuff that I've paid for and accumulated because I just refuse to take all this stuff. Um,
Damn.
and I'm kind of fearful of moving because I'm moving to a whole nother state that I've never ever stayed in. And so maybe it is a little fear at the same time, but I know that I usually don't procrastinate when it comes to business, but this is something that I'm just feeling like kind of like reserved, maybe. I
You
don't know
mo-
what's going on.
you moving for business or you just
I'm moving for personal and business,
or
to be honest with you. I mean, for the business part, I don't have to move. It might be even be beneficial, so I'm looking forward to seeing. But as far as personal wise, I'm tired of the cold, and I've been putting it off, putting it
are you
off, putting
moving?
it off. Yeah, I got to get out the cold. I can't do it no more.
What state you going to? You don't mind me asking?
Texas.
Oh yeah, you going way up.
Oh yeah, where you going? What part of Texas?
I ain't sure yet, brother. The place I'm supposed because look where I'm. That's another thing where I'm actually been. I've got the process for where I'm supposed to be moving into, and now I'm looking like, dang, do I want to go there or I'm still. I think that's part of why I'm procrastinating because I've been kind of looking at other places in the same neighborhood, but other places because I'm trying to be close to where my daughter is gonna be, and it's just so much
Oh
going
yeah,
on. And I'm
don't die yourself about it though. Scripture is just for correction anyway. So it just might just be pointed out like, you know what, I need to go and make a decision or whatever the case. But it's a natural
right,
thing. You know what I mean? So, but it's not like you pump faking though. Eventually you're gonna move though. You see what I'm saying?
right,
You're
right,
gonna have
right.
to, so you ain't got to really personalize it that much. But it is meant for you to reflect on yourself and whatever you weak at. You can see how it can affect you. That's all.
Right, right.
Yeah, just being aware of that. A lot of folks ain't aware of their weakness. So
Exactly.
you continue on into it.
Exactly. Because it say the
Oh,
fear nothing. You see what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to fear
uh-huh.
of the devil. That's what it says.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Cryptos, we on 68, right, bro?
Yes, ma'am. Was that in the crib?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, that's
Oh, okay. Okay, so let's go. 68. It say, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. But this is how they done trip people saying, see, here was the slavery of the four. Let me
Exactly.
stop.
Exactly.
No. Oh, help me. Okay. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by way whereof I spake unto thee.
Uh-oh.
I spake unto thee.
So it's saying
Mm.
everything it just got finished explaining at the top, right? There's 67, basically, where we're like procrastinating and all that type of stuff and everything else is said above that. It's saying this is in the manner that I'm talking about when I'm saying I'm going to take you to Egypt. That's what it's trying to explain. Not about real ships, but
Okay, okay.
it's my commentary in there again, right there on the.
Okay. So that's why you put that there. Okay. So Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by whereof I spake unto thee. And it says everything spoken above of false gods, verifying for us that this is about the false gods. You're making sure of that. So, and then continuing on with the verse, thou shalt see it no more again. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be so.
You, they gonna see you in Egypt again, and then they gonna say thou shalt not see it no more again, and trying to tell you, hey, I'm not really talking about real Egypt.
Right. Clarify.
Yeah,
Bringing it up again. Here's like what the
that's
fourth. This the fourth time it said it basically.
so. What were they coming with the ships? Where they supposed to be coming from?
It's not
you.
actually still. Oh, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, so.
I want you to explain it, bro,
Yeah.
because you
So,
you
so,
know it better than me. I'm just going off what I'm
mhm.
learning.
So basically, what she's saying, remember I had showed y'all the other day about the church being the ship.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yesterday or whatever. So that basically the ship they're referring to, like the religion, the culture, the false gods, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Those are the ships that's carrying them away out of their mind, that scattering and stuff they were speaking of. See what I'm saying? And so that's and that so it might float it for to clarify a little bit. You know what I mean? As she keep reading, but basically that's what it means, though. You see what I'm saying? The ships, it's like you being carried away into another culture, another belief, and stuff like that. Because Egypt technically they say will mean bondage. You know what I mean? But we're talking about bondage of the mind, not a literal physical
Mm-hmm.
place. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. They double talking right now.
Exactly. It's like a paradox right in your face. And that's why I throw that scripture, be like, for if you're reading for real, right, when you get to the part like so hold on,
Mm-hmm.
we'll say, thou shalt not see it no more again. Like, what the hell? Like,
Mhm.
what the hell you talking about? So it make you stop to have to think. You see what I'm saying? So you won't skip it. So you have to go back and be like, hold on, let me. Oh, so this ain't real sugar either. You know what I mean? And it's, hold
But
on,
it,
right? Mm-hmm.
but physically, it seemed like you're talking about what like bringing people to America type of thing, bringing like
You, you,
Africans to
you can you
America.
can you can take it that way, but that's not that
Yeah.
never happened. You see what I'm saying? That's why when
Hmm.
people try to prove that shit, they can't prove it.
But
If,
yeah, I'm just looking at it on the real live map though.
mm-hmm.
It's like why would you go to Egypt to get some folks from Africa? That's on the whole other side.
Right.
That
Right.
it made
Does
more
not
sense for
make
them.
sense.
It made more sense for them to be talking about Egypt, Illinois, that's on the Mississippi River. Talking about that water right there,
They
but
talk about
But you know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like to me that they talk about some people coming from afar to Egypt to take Egypt, and there will be no more Egypt after they take it. Because that's what
right.
they
They take it over,
took it.
bro.
Egypt is
That
all
sounds
of
right, right
this.
too.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, like, okay, like we could probably try to put it in any kind of way we want to, right? But we got to remember that all the history, that so-called history that we got, is based on this damn Bible. Everybody got confused. So if we following it down, and it just told you what it was referencing to, right? When they say by way whereof I spake unto thee, you see what I'm saying? So it's like it's everything it just said before we got to this point. You see what I'm saying? So we had to keep it in context. We had no choice but to believe it's not talking about being really taken into nowhere, because it's making sure it leaves preserves in the scripture to make sure we don't think that way, even though it's easy to think that way. You see what I'm saying? But. See, because think about it, like I said, you'll have to end up proving that you was taken captive from Egypt and all that stuff, that you did come over your ships. You will have to explain that. And people ain't going to be able to explain that shit. And that's how they get caught up. You see what I'm saying? Like, damn, man, fuck that. The Bible said we got took. You know what I mean? But, it's like, nigga.
Yeah, that's what they use, yeah.
Exactly, because they can't explain it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just closed out with my point. So.
All right. And so finish that out. And it says, and there ye shall be sold until enemies for bondmen and bondswomen, and no man shall buy you. So if they came over there, now hold on. This to me, tell me if
that's another clue. Yes.
Okay, if they came over there, right? If they bought them, took them, if we're talking about slaves here, right? So they took them, they went, did all this traveling, taking them way over here, like you said, bro, going way out their way. I'm bringing these people, blah, 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 whatever, right? They gonna take them, and then it says to be sold unto their enemies for bondsmen and bondswomen, which meant that they had bonds on their heads, so they were either slaves or they were the what do you call it, the workers or whatever. And it says no man shall buy you. So why would they not buy him if they was slaves and they was came to be sold off at auction? Don't make sense to me. But go ahead.
And that's exactly why it don't make sense, because they're trying to explain to you. Well, I'm not talking about real slavery. That's why it say that. You know what I mean? Because everybody will be like, hold on, why would nobody buy you if you just said that? Because look, it just said literally that it going to sell them into slavery. And that's how people say, oh, that's a contradiction. You see what I'm saying? Because it said, let's see. You see, it said, you shall be sold unto your enemies, right? For bondsmen and bondswoman. It said you'll be sold right here, right?
Right.
So why would it go right here then and say, but no man will buy you? You can't be sold and not be bought at the same damn time.
Right. That's the part that's getting me when I just read that.
So that's why you had to be like, okay, they're trying to let me know something again. And that's why it's trying to further confirm that if you did pick up on the idea that you're not being set into slavery by ships for real, that it just figurative, you know what I mean? Trying to double down on it so you'll know for sure you're not tripping.
We gotta break that down some more, that to be sold but not bought.
You see what I'm saying? And so that's what it means. Like you selling your soul, basically. You know what I mean?
That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, it's like you're working for somebody. You're an employee, like you did, like how we incorporated into America. So now we just employees of America. So we bondsmen and bondswomen. We at the bottom. We're the labor force. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say with the bonds over our head. That's what we've been sold but not bought, because they're not buying us physically. They got the bonds over our head. Literally over our crown, over our mind, because they stealing our energies behind the scene, and it's crazy.
Exactly.
That's what I was kind of saying the other day. Like you can't really buy nothing. Everything you're doing is selling. You know what I'm saying? Like you selling your money. You know what I'm saying, to get what you want. Know what I'm saying?
What? Hold on, everything's fake.
No,
Say it again, bro. Hold on, because it made damn sense, but say that shit again because it sounded crazy. Say it again.
yeah, like you selling yourself to get the money. You feel me?
Mm,
You selling your money to get what
exactly.
you want.
You get
So ain't no buying
you
going
taking
on.
the real currency to get this fake
Mm-hmm.
fiat shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
It's all sold. You know what I'm saying? It's all
mm-hmm,
being sold.
mm-hmm. I like the way that said
That's all
exactly. That's
energy.
just what they doing. Said
That's all it
exactly. That's
is.
just
That
what they
was
doing.
really what it's supposed to be in the beginning. You know, you provide a
That that
service to
that
somebody, you give them something, and they give you a service in return. So, you know, y'all just trading services, really. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what the UCC contract is for. UCC 1.
Yes.
Doing business as a private contract.
The Universal Commercial Code.
Yes.
That's
That's your
it.
freedom papers. Do your own thing.
How do you get the
And you know what
UCC one,
soul is?
bro? We need to talk
You
to
type it in. I done filled it out. I filled it out years ago. It got to a point. It get to a point where you get down the rabbit hole, and then you so far in the hole that your feet sticking out the hole, but your body in the hole, and then somebody pull on your toe, and next thing you know, you back out the hole.
Well,
Yeah, that shit, that's so deep though. There's so much shit on that legal shit.
The only thing it is, just to make it real simple, y'all, everything you do is UCC 1. Put it like that, right? Because it's like you go get a car and you sign the contract, that's UCC 1. You go get a loan from somebody, that's UCC 1. Anything that you do is a UCC 1. It's just a contract. That's literally all it is. So if you loan somebody some money, right? And you write up a contract or an agreement when they'll pay you and all that type of stuff, right? And you want to go to the bank with this information, right? That's how it's different between being a creditor and and what they call the shit, a creditor and a debtor, basically, right? And so, like, you want to be a creditor, all you have to do is loan somebody some money or whatever the case, secure their account, like let me get your bank account information, all that type of stuff. Make sure you can secure it, and you can take that to the bank and get money for it because somebody has agreed to pay you, and you got. It's called financial instrument. It's just a financial instrument. You see what I'm saying? And so it's
that's the same thing the dollar is, the promissory note.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So it's just a contract of doing business. It's all a UCC 1 is. And everything you do is a contract. And so a contract, you should be able to, like let's say somebody hand you a contract and you read all the agreements and you be like, nah, I don't agree with this shit. I don't agree with that. See, you're supposed to be able to agree. So you should be able to scratch that out, put what you want to put on it, and then hand it back to them and see if they agree to the terms that you modified. And that's how you create a real contract. See what I'm saying?
Right. That makes sense. Then it's binded because both of y'all agreed to these terms. Even though you put these terms I don't agree to, I'm letting you know. And you agreed that I don't have to agree to what you put in it. Period.
That's right. I agree to all that shit with this. Now what you want to do? You know what I'm saying?
Already. That's why we got to get into that US 1692 US 15, Title 15, 1692. The debtor and the creditor. That's the debtor and the creditor. That tells you who you are. You're a natural born being. You're not a person. If you're a person, you're a citizen. You're a person. You comply to the system. If you're the consumer, you're a natural being. You're not who they're looking for. You are the creditor.
Exactly.
So how do we do that? How do we file for that? Is that the same thing you end up going down the rabbit hole?
No, you basically do the UCC 1, and then you apply the laws, which is 1692, Title 15, 1692, as well as a bunch of other statutes and titles, and it goes on and on and on.
It's basically like putting somebody on notice. So let's say, for instance, right? I want to loan you $1,000, right? And you want to get credit for paying me because you know a credit is the one that reports your credit and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? When you set up a payment, right? So they said if I give you $1,000 and then I go through the credit bureau, I got my UCC 1 or whatever the contract that we made or whatever, It's documented. I can file it with the Kirk Clerks, all that stuff to show that you owe me money. So whenever you default on my payment, I can take out a lien against your hold a lien against your property. Anything that you own, I can put out a lien against it because you owe me money. You see what I'm saying? And so like so if you default on the loan and anything like that, I can take you to court, but I can also report your payments to the credit bureau. So it's like, yeah, she paid me $100 a month, you know what I mean, for 10 months until she paid me off. Now, I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it because they do this shit all the time. Fuck it. But so you can also do it without actually giving nobody no money. So it's like, hey, I just agreed. I just filed as a creditor and just told the creditor, yeah, I loaned so $1,000, and I just report every month that you paid me. So that actually can help boost your credit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that basically all it is.
So that's why it's hard for them to let people get them, because they know that, oh, if they do this will help people that are doing loans or private loans to boost their credit.
Exactly. And the thing about it is, it's like how many people, it's like a chain of command almost, right? So let's say you get $1,000 from me, you get $1,000 from somebody, or let's say you get it from 5 people. Now, the risk, you know what I mean, to go to secure your money with the bank or whatever, because everything is paperwork. Like they don't have $1,000 to give you. It's just you agreed to pay, and then they got the financial assets for your bank account and stuff like that. So the bank is willing to loan them the money because they already know that it's going to be charged off as a debt anyway. So they ain't going to lose. You see
right.
So that's how that shit actually work. You know, and that they really doing that shit all the time. But like I was explaining about, like, let's say if I'm the 5th person in line, right, that I loaned you money to, that I loaned money, right? So let's say you file bankruptcy. The first one that gave you the loan first, they're the first one to have access to your money. You know what I mean? Then the second person, the third person. So that's why they do debt to ratio to see how much income you make and stuff like that. Because they be like, okay, in case she default, am I gonna be able to get my money? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They take all her assets. But if they give you money knowing that you ain't gonna be able to pay them if you did default, then they're gonna lose. You see what I'm saying? So that's why debt ratio and stuff like that, that's why they do all that. They're just trying to see how much money you got, you know what I mean, if you could pay them, and how many people in line in front of you and in front of them or whatever that you already owe in outstanding debt. You see what I'm saying? That already on your credit and all that kind of stuff, because they know they get paid first.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I did close it all out at the end, so just explain everything, put it all in a nutshell on the point.
Okay, and I think I didn't read that last 68.
Okay. Well, yeah, you did. You said no man shall buy you.
Okay, and it was saying, okay, but I thought it was something else, but we finished that. So what was it? That was the last verse?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, yeah, that was it. You're right. Okay, the point, and it says, notice it says that thou shalt, it's moving now. Wait a minute, I gotta wait a second. I forgot the delay. Okay, it says, notice it says, you shall be sold, and then it says, no man shall buy you. Why is it worded that way? Correct. To be sold but not bought. So you sold but you're not bought. So basically you can't be recycled energy like they do with us now in the corporation, which is crazy. This must imply this isn't a physical slavery where that a man is being sold, but a cultural adaptation like the serving of other gods. And that's reasonable. This is why the phrase of serving gods was repeated many times. It kept saying about serving gods, to let you know it was talking about other things. Therefore, no, the Bible did not say we have been sold into slavery literally. For the first thing, it clearly states that this would be the result if we don't follow God's word. Then it says this would not. Then it says this not speaking about anything physical when Egypt is mentioned. It clearly says in the sense it was stated. Everything between the scriptures I shared are supporting details of contextual fluff, which is true. It all is like different, and those parables are confusing. And something else that I kind of discovered myself when reading the Bible is like it does talk about different things. It give you more than one meaning. Like I've read certain verses at times, right? And then I'll go back and read read it, and then it might have said something else to me. Then I went and read it for something else was going on, and it said something else to me. That's something else that I've been through. What do y'all think about that? I'm sure somebody else has to experience that as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
That's
that's the original double quadruple entendres in the Bible. That's what they
Hmm
get that shit from.
He said
I'm
original
glad I know what
double
that means now. When you had
quadruple.
told me the other day, yeah, I know what that means now. Hell yeah, bro. That's exactly how they write it, brother. That's exactly
Hmm
how they write it, man.
That's
Mm.
what we were just saying. You get multiple meanings out of that shit, bro. Like we just took that one verse and got like 5, 6 meanings out of it.
Exactly. I got one more for you, Sister Soul. Y'all, it should be ready to pull up. This is
Okay.
going to be about honoring your mother and your father.
Wait, hold on. My
You know,
screen acting frozen for some reason. Okay. Let me see. Okay.
because this is kind of one of the ones that they like to talk about too. You know.
Oh, right. Honor their mother and their father. I remember when my kids was little, I used to love to read this one. Now
Yeah.
listen to this.
And I do want to make it clear, you know, even though I will make it clear during the reading or whatever, that I'm not saying don't honor your mother and your father,
Definitely.
but that's only 50% of truth, all right? But when you understand what they mean by what the literal meaning is about honoring your mother, your father, and stuff like that, you will see that there's no way you can follow the spiritual aspect of it and not follow the physical aspect of it. You see what I'm saying? It's just
Right, right.
wait, you know. But yeah, I just kind of went through it though. I've just been trying to hit scriptures that people tend to recite a lot, but just kind of have maybe a 50% understanding of it. But we trying to get the whole truth and nothing but the truth, And I pointed out too
Sure
that
enough.
the scripture, right? It's Exodus
Mhm.
2012. You switch 21 to 12 around, you get 2021. So when they was like the time is up, it's right now. So it is going down. I thought that was interesting for me to catch that.
That is interesting, seeing as though that's like today's date as well. So let's go on with that. Did anybody know that today was 02, 01,
Oh
2021?
my goodness.
But yeah.
That make it even worse. So it's like, you ain't helping
Wait,
out.
wait, 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 wait. Say it again, because I stepped out for a second. 02, 01, 2021. Let me write
Yes,
that down.
darling. It is 02, 01, 2021.
And the scripture that we
Mm.
read, crypto, is Exodus 12. And I just switched 12 around and made it 21. So basically 2021, letting us know the time that we in right now. It basically was like a confirmation for me to be like, hey man, yeah, you perfect timing with this shit. Come on with it.
That's crazy. Exactly. As soon as I looked at that, I was like, oh, yeah, because earlier I was thinking that. I'm like,
2012 was Katrina, wasn't it?
mm,
Mhm. That's
Mm-mm.
when the world supposed to end,
So
2012.
that's what they said, huh?
God damn, y'all need to stop it, man.
Or what they would call what they call it, apocalypse. The apocalypse just mean awakening or
Hmm
revealing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know that.
Shoot, I should have played a lotto that 0201
I
gonna hit,
was
boy.
thinking that, Lord, please don't make me thinking about no gambling. But yep, I sure was like,
Mhm.
dang, that's a number. And I don't even play
All that,
numbers.
all that 0221. Oh my goodness, man, I'm double zero. Oh my Lord, have mercy. I gotta go put my bet in. Oh my goodness.
God
What
damn.
time it is?
It's power in the numbers.
Hey, your mind telling you to do it. Shit,
It might be right. It might be. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Was it for me then?
for real.
Man, I used to be on it, boy, and I had to step back. I used to be on them numbers like a mathematician, boy.
Mhm.
Dang.
I had
I
a
know
I
it
had a
was.
wall. I had a wall full of pick threes and pick fours. I was running them. I'm talking about winners. And I just had to step back, So I was like, no, boy, you better stop playing with them numbers.
Yeah.
Right. I used to do that. You know what, brother? Some years back, I started playing cards with a friend of mine. She showed me how to play poker. When that girl showed me that poker thing, boy, she used to be, come on, come play, come play, come play. Man, I used to be at that table. I didn't know how to half play. When I learned how to play a little bit, boy, just losing my money, basically just giving it away just because I'm sitting there having fun trying to play some stupid cards. And then playing the cards, it was like it was weird because I started seeing stuff like almost reading them, and I was like, "Yo, this is getting weird," and I just stopped doing it. But yeah, that's crazy. That gambling something else.
Yeah, them cards and them numbers are serious, bro.
Yeah,
That's
that's
why they
something
put
else.
it. That's why they make it like how they make it with the how it give you like the mirror effect on the card. You know, like they
Yeah,
got
when
the
y'all get a
Yep.
chance, go look into what the cards mean. Each card means pretty deep, and the tarot cards too. It'll be
yeah,
a
yeah. That's
good.
where it come from. It come from the
You talking
tarot
about the
card.
regular cards, Wisdom?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
And the tarot.
They
Yes,
mean something?
absolutely.
Everything means something.
Everything.
Oh gosh, I thought it was just a game with the
Oh,
cards
it's something
now. I
serious.
know
Oh no, all the games
All
mean
games, I mean, something. they
shit.
they
You
don't
know they
play
gave
with
you
our
that
mental
weekend one.
man. They try to
That's
take
right.
everything from your mental man. They don't play. Anything they give us, they giving it to us for a reason.
That's right, Crip.
Oh my gosh. And that's
Everything
crazy
crypto,
because
baby.
Exactly. It's
that's
all in
what made me stop playing. I was playing with some people, right? And then it was like something I was seeing in them cards and it just felt it was eerie in my spirit and something was weird. And I was like, I ain't feeling this. Something ain't right about this. And I stopped playing. And I didn't know if it was I thought it was because it was like I
It's the
was feeling
numbers.
weak or playing dumb with like playing this game just to have so-called fun and I'm losing. And I know I was losing. I was always losing because I didn't know how to play. But I was just playing along just to be doing something. So
Yeah.
it was crazy.
That kind of
It's
basically what we're talking
Mm.
about, just following the culture. You see what I'm saying? We did do
Yeah.
things that we don't know what we're doing. We just,
yeah. It's the numbers too, though, bro. Like it's certain numbers that you can say like a code, and it actually do something to your body.
that's right.
What?
You
You got
don't know that? Yeah.
Hold on, hold on.
Yeah.
What?
yes,
They
man.
got they got they got CIA declassified documents. You can go look this shit up on the internet right now. If you say like to reduce pain, if you
Hmm.
close your eyes and say 55515, it'll reduce pain and work every time.
That's crazy. I'm glad to know
So
that.
Come on. Where's this
imagine
website?
imagine what the other numbers mean that we don't know.
Five
How
five
you
You know
five
what
one
spell
I'm
it?
five.
55515. Let me write that.
Five five
Five
five
five
one
five one
five.
five.
Five
saying?
five
So
five one
imagine
five. 55515.
55515.
That's crazy. And
hell
y'all,
yeah.
Ooh, I feel better already. God
Uh,
Wait a minute.
damn.
Wait. Why you? Hold on. Everything. Put the website where you talking about the documents is at. Put that in the private chat because I want to check that out for real, for real.
let me finish
that's
saying
heavy right
And
now.
when we finish, I
I
want to
feel
finish this.
loose, like how they say in the Bible, loose me. I feel like something just loose me when I
it.
said
Man,
55515.
uh, yeah, that shit's serious. So imagine what all these other numbers mean that they, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what these numbers mean.
Yeah, because they, all vibrate. Everything you say actually have a
James.
vibration. You see what I'm saying? And so you just probably
Oh.
vibrate that. Five is representing the Fibonacci and all that type of shit. Five and all that. You know what I mean? So, this is my. I don't know for a fact. I'm just speaking that when I just running, right? You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
to me, that has got to be what it is that you hitting that those certain vibrations where you actually like being able to spin all your chakras. You know what I mean? By saying that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, dang, that do make sense. Hitting the chakras by saying that, hitting that vibrational frequency with
So
the
when you
with
say
the
it, right?
particular numbers.
So when you
So
saying
you're
it,
hitting
you got to think
into.
about what
Oh.
part of your body that you feel that the vibration is coming from, and then you could do it
Mhm.
without actually saying the numbers.
Now you know what I do when if I have certain pain, right? I meditate on that area, but I practice Reiki healing, so I don't know if that's why it's easier for me. But I'll like focus on that area. Now, something crazy totally off. I want to hurry up and get into reading this. Y'all, hold on one second, but I gotta say this. When we did the lives the other day, right? When we was up, well, I don't know what everybody else did, but I was up literally like all night. Me and Mind's Eye. As soon as I hung up from Mind's Eye, I was about to lay down
I
for a
just put it
second
in the chat.
and thanks, babe. Then I got on Huey's. Then something else happened. I was doing something else. I literally didn't go to sleep, so I didn't sleep since like that Friday. So I was so dead tired from Friday night not sleeping up until Sunday. I was up, and at the same time, I was getting like these weird. Go ahead, baby. I was getting these. I was I'm sorry, my daughter came in. I was doing I'm sorry, she distracted me. Lord, the thing we were talking about the neck thing. I'm sorry, wisdom. Remember we when I came to Huey's, we was talking about other stuff, but then we started talking about the parts. We started showing the pictures, and then we started talking about getting cut off at the neck and all that stuff. Remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Oh
now
yeah.
that evening. Oh right, you was on there too. Everything. So that evening, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, my whole neck, I kid y'all not, this might sound crazy, but I was like, I came upstairs, right? And I was like, dang, my neck started feeling like real stiff for some reason. So I was like, okay, this is weird. You know, maybe I got a little tension because I'm tired and I ain't slept. So I'm like, okay. So I go downstairs. I got some of my pain off and I just rubbed it. Usually I just use a little bit and it's fine. So at first I rubbed just a little bit, you know, I came upstairs and I'm like, dang, the oil ain't hardly do nothing. Wait a minute, let me go put some more. I said, I don't know what's wrong. It seemed like it started getting tighter. Something was like squeezing my neck, like my shoulders was bunched up and like pulled in together or something. I couldn't like straighten my shoulders out. I couldn't hardly turn my head. I'm like, what the hell going on? So I ran back downstairs. I heated the oil up and then I put a whole lot of it all over my shoulders and my back and my neck and my chest and everything. It took like maybe 5 minutes. Usually my oil worked like 3, 4 minutes. Anything is like gone. It took like 5, 6 minutes before it started working. It took like about 10 minutes before I actually was like relieved. And I was like, what the heck? And I still could feel the stiffness. It just wasn't hurting me as much. So I'm telling y'all all this to say this. Now, the fact that we were talking about the thing with the neck and stuff, right? I have a friend, and this just popped in my head now. I have a homegirl. She's very spiritual. She's into a whole bunch of different stuff. She actually done moved to Ghana. She went there and moved there about 6.5 months ago. But she used to talk to me about when you're going through certain spiritual growth, right? Certain things will be going on with your body because my son had something going on with his intestines and at the time he was going through something spiritually and she was like, oh, it's this and that. And when she was telling me, I gave my son some of the herbs that I got and sure enough he was better. So anybody, does this resonate with any of y'all that y'all know what I'm talking about, or does it just sound like, oh, we don't know what you're talking about, sis? I just want to know. I had to say all that because this was something that was deep and I can't tell y'all how uncomfortable I was in my neck, for real, for real.
I know what you're talking
Oh
about.
yeah.
I hear myself like that too. I know how to focus on the pain and it just stop.
That's how you do it. That's why I know Wisdom be talking about that, like actually going and seeing what the parts of your brain look like so you know what control what. Man, that
Uh-huh.
shit really work, bro.
That shit deep, ain't it, bro?
And you start focusing on that shit,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, bro. So I'm glad you've been doing it, man. Fuck, man.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is
That shit
Wait,
work.
okay,
deep.
wait, guys. I'm sorry. I don't think I asked the question right with my talking ass. I think I said too much and y'all didn't hear it. The question, I'm sorry. The question is that anything y'all understand or heard or familiar with as far as any kind of spiritual growth actually affecting you physically in your body?
Yes. Like I
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
wasn't able to do
so
that,
that's
so I did learn how to, you know what I'm saying, when I was going spiritual. Like all the way, like when I was coming to know myself, like how you were saying, how we, you know, we were answering you when that why we were saying when I started looking into the brain and all that type of stuff, it's because he know he's going through a spiritual growth. We know we was
okay.
going through a spiritual growth. So yes, ma'am. But naturally too, like you said, like you could do, you're always spiritually growing regardless. So yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yes,
So
I think so.
so that doesn't sound strange that I was having that crazy weird something I never had like that before. Mind you, sometimes I get spasms in my neck when I'm doing a lot.
Yeah,
But
Well, I see what
is
you're
you
saying.
I never
It's
it
like a dis-ease.
because
eh,
you was
I ain't
talking
trying to
about
cut
that
y'all to the soul,
weird.
but I
yeah.
need to re-answer you. Okay. Anytime your body feel bad or whatever, right? You're having a dis-ease, right? So that so something's not right. You're mentally not thinking about something right because your brain control affects your body, right? So
Hmm.
like when you say you just go into yourself and you just think of focus on the part that hurt, it's like you're not you detach it from your everyday life and what you got going on in your life. You see what I'm saying? You just focusing on a certain thing, a certain goal, and that's just to feel better. So once you do that, once you ready like cut the cords, basically, that's why you end up healing. But if it ended up coming back, it's probably because again you got so much on your mind. You're doing this, you're doing that, you're trying to do this. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff has a wear and tear on your physical body. That's what I should say first.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just
I
like they
got you.
say, stress kill you. Yeah, the same shit.
Yes.
You just thinking too much and doing
Damn,
too much.
Yes.
Yeah, that shit
thinking too
real.
much. That too, especially.
And that's why it's important to write stuff down or organize it or like put it into an art or and then that's why I'm doing like what I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? Like, like putting it into the little word and hopefully I put it into my book or whatever and all that kind of stuff. You see what I'm saying? So I'm being able to do something with it. So I don't have to be trying to strain my brain to remember everything I know. You see what I'm saying? Because it's hard to remember that shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, god damn, and everything be going all the time. So I'm like, man, fuck it. And my spirit be like, hey man, nigga, I gave you all this gift, nigga, to feed yourself, nigga. So hey, nigga, what you here for? What you know it for? Just to keep to your damn self. Take that shit up,
Exactly.
put out that shit. You know what I mean? Do your job, nigga. Do your job, man. What I paid you, bro. You know
that's what I was gonna say too, sis. Cause don't be thinking of it like weird or it just is what it is. Everybody experience different, so everybody experience will be weird. You know what I'm saying? Because it's different from yours. So you know what I'm saying? Everybody can, that's why we come together and have these talks. Cause we can all get something from what you got going on. We can get something from what we got going on. And, put it all together. So,
that's right.
That's what it's about. You got to pay attention to them small things too. You know what I'm saying? That's how you. You know what I'm saying? Everything is important, that happens.
Yes, sir.
The small details, you know what I'm saying? All of those stuff we gotta pay attention to.
Nigga, stop dropping promos, nigga. You talk about everything. Boy, you playing. I'm just playing, but real talk. I don't know, but all I know is like my neck and my back was hurt until I said 5515.
Come on, man.
I ain't playing, man. I had slept wrong. I had a crook in my neck. Like,
what you said? 5515.
Literally, physically, mentally. Like I slept wrong the other night, like after one of them long nights and all that she talking about. And I woke up and my neck was hurting, like right between my shoulders, right there. You know that right where your shoulder, what connect right there to your spine, right there. Yeah, right in that spot.
To the shoulder bone.
Yeah, and all that was hurting until just now. Like I've been stretching it out and trying to work the kinks out and stretching, but right then, in that moment, when he gave me the number to say, and I said it, and I had it now. You feel me? I said it faithfully, really. If we want to go back to the book, I said it faithfully, and I appreciate that. I'm just no doubt I appreciate that one because 5515 is something serious.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Shit,
I'm about to write it down all night.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I call myself 500. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all that. You know what I mean? Oh, deuce.
Yeah, they want to call me 22.
On the 22nd, you know what I mean? Man, it's a whole lot of shit going on with me. I'm a number 11, all that. Man, I go crazy on synchronization. Everything, like you said, see, and the reason what made me understand that is when I had to think to myself. If I believe in almighty power, right, that I know that can run that know all things, okay. So that means I would be agreeing by default saying that he has lost control if everything is not everything. You know what I mean? So I was like, damn, literally everything happened for a reason, literally. So it's up to you to be aware of everything that's happening and find the reason. But if you don't, then you're just gonna be fucked up. And like you said, you're gonna overlook the small things. And the small things are the big thing.
That's it.
You see what I'm saying? Because in order to make any big thing, it take a bunch of small things. When we get to the atoms and the matter and the subatomic particles and the quarks, and that's the smallest aspect of all things, but it's the accumulation of them that creates all things. So the smallest is the most important. That's why I said at least y'all be first to the last first to last, all that type of stuff. That's like when you stacking up a pile, right? The first thing that went down is the one at the bottom. So it's not literally saying that you at the bottom of no shit like that. It's just saying you the first one went down You the first block to be laid. You know what I mean? So you was first round this bitch, and everything else came after that was the 1 and the 2 and 3 until you build a pyramid. But the first shit is at the bottom. But I don't want to talk too long, y'all. But there's just some other shit that I need to go ahead and put out too, man. Cause
From the bottom to the top, yeah. That's how it go.
Like you say, the littlest thing that be that the mustard seed, as it says, the faith of the
Yeah.
mustard seed. That's what's going to everything.
Exactly. So and I had all that as supporting details. I got the shit written down somewhere. All that was supporting details. So just like when you went right to it, stuff like that. You know, man, because everything is literally everything. You know.
Yep.
Sum it all up, man.
You want to read this last part, bro?
Yes, ma'am. Please.
All right. It says, "For in the 6 days the Lord made heaven," which in parentheses you put sperm, spirit, light, hence the Father, and earth, which is the egg, the ovum, hence the mother, matter, word, the matrix, womb, or matter, the flesh, or skin we in, our first protector, or the covering, the sea, mother or womb of the water, and all spirit of life or life that in them is and rested the seventh day.
Tell you, you probably ain't catch me on that part. When I said "and all," right?
Mhm.
Really, they're saying that all is the spirit or the life. That's how they really saying it. You see what I'm saying? When in the scripture, you know what I mean. So it's but I should have been a little more fluent with this one. I did this is the first one I had did, y'all. So I had put, but I would insert shit everywhere. I should have left it, put it at the bottom of it. You know, but
Break it down.
yeah, but the all part is still representing the spirit and life. That's basically I was trying to stop you to say something. So I'm sorry.
Okay, finish that part. Okay. Hold on a second. I was grabbing something. All right. And it says the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day, the body, and hallowed it, gave it the breath of life, brought into the physical. Honor thy father, the spirit, and thy mother, the flesh, that thy days may be long upon the land, which is the body of the earth, which the Lord thy God giveth thee. God formed man from the soil or dust of the ground. I'm gonna move this.
So now,
I'm taking that another way too now, but
yes, man. Let me go back to the top for you right quick, right? So when I had said, let me just run through it again. I said, for in 6 days, right? So it said the whole 6 days, the Lord made heaven. Okay. It says the sperm, the light, and all that. You know how so we said at the beginning that it was just consciousness or whatever the case. That in the beginning, God created heaven and the earth is void and without form. Okay. Say the earth is void and without form, that's letting you know it's not nothing physical yet. You know what I mean? So there was not a body made yet. So like so we had an explanation that hey, this we talking about the spirit here. We talking about, you know what I mean, the consciousness or whatever the case. And that's
exactly. I kind of think like that. That's like the first thought, like the consciousness thought. You know what I'm saying?
Which is God, right? So that mean in the beginning was God is what they're trying to say. You see? Okay. So when I say in the 6 days, Lord, okay, sperm and all that. Okay. Now let me go down where I was talking about the or the skin. They say the flesh or skin we in, right? Which is our protector, our covering. And then they say the sea. When I was talking about the sea, right? I was referencing like the water in our mother's womb, which actually say, you know what I mean? Like, we in the sea, we in the water. And then, so, we receive our spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say at all, right? The spirit or the life, right? That in them is. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what the scriptures say, right? When they say that in them is and rested on the seventh day, that's what the scripture's saying. So the scripture is explaining to you what all means. So when they say in all that in them, you see what I'm saying? It's that all that thing that's in them, that's in all people. You see what I'm saying? That's what they're trying to tell us. And it rested on the seventh day, which in everything that was created. You know what I mean? That's why I say in Genesis that God rested in everything that he had made on the seventh day. He said he rested in it. But people be like, okay, is it in the sky? Is it in the ground? You know what I mean? Nigga, it's in everything that moves, man. You see what I'm saying? So something moving is that spirit that we all share is in it. That's basically what it's trying to say. You know what I'm saying?
Any energy at all, basically any energy that got
Yeah.
anything that's flowing and got some movement. We already know it's light, so any light is that energy. Yeah.
And that's how you can communicate things, when you can communicate with your plants, or you can communicate with an animal, or you communicate because you're communicating with the spirit. And once you understand that, you communicate with the spirit in all people. So therefore, you will be able to discern the spirits. So then it won't be so easy for a motherfucker to think they finna go to get through your skin and make you feel some type of way and respond in a way that you know will be counterproductive to the progress of your elevation, as far as like being in light, you know what I mean, and receiving all good things coming your way. Because the energies that be, they don't give a damn about your reasoning. They don't care. So it's like, okay, you still let the man piss you off. So if you go fuck some else up later on, that's on you, because you let that happen over there. You see what I'm saying? So you still gonna get the same karma, so to speak. You know what I mean? So that's why you hurt a person when you ignore that shit. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, you said all that fuck shit because you want me to be mad. So you have the strength to be able to overcome that shit, and you kind of somewhere channel that shit and shoot that shit back out. You know what I mean? To where it's still, you know, productive for you, then you still win energetically. You see what I'm saying? Yes.
Hey,
Even when it comes, go ahead, bro.
I was about to say, sum it up, man. Is what they say? All things work together to for good or whatever.
Yes, sir. Exactly. That would be a scripture I would pull out my hat, boy. I'll put it out my hat, boy. For real.
Real shit. That shit was so real, right? Like I was so deep into that, like when I was, you know what I'm saying, deep into the Bible and shit, bro. I was to the point I was getting locked up, like, you know, this all the plan, you know what I'm saying? Thanking the police and everything, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Oh my
Like, you know,
gosh, no.
because I already knew, you know what I'm saying? What supposed to happen is happening. So
Yeah, I read that scripture he referenced. That's a powerful one too, man. That one made me stop thinking too. Everything is when I ran across that one when they said just that, right? And that kind of go back into my point when I was saying that understanding that everything, everything is what it is. Like we were saying about everything, how God ain't never lost control and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
it's all planned. It's
That's
already
true.
written.
Exactly. That's the scripture that do it. It say everything work for the good for those who believe. You know what I mean? Everything, man. You ain't say something. Come on, man. Everything is good. And so that way to go back to the scripture was when God made all the creation, he said he saw that everything was good. You see those? So I was like, damn.
Shit, bro. You just can't lose that. I get that's where they get that faith from. You know what I'm saying? Like I think they kind of twisted up that faith to make you want to put the faith outside yourself, but you know it all is within you. But
yes,
you know what I'm saying? So that's the faith you want.
That's where the lack of knowledge come in, because everything was good. They gave us the opposite side. You see what I'm saying? As an option. You see what I'm saying? Everything was good. There was no need for the other side. You see what I'm saying?
Why a person like me, ain't no such thing as no devil. Ain't no such thing.
Exactly. They gave us the other side.
Being we talking about, and everything that I see is just trying to give me a reminder of that. You know what I mean? You got to be what it is. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, you gonna be that regardless, man. Whatever it is, it ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it. You see? And when you actually reflect, when it comes to the seed, when you're born as a little bitty baby, right? Even your child, for y'all to have children, right? When you see that little bitty baby, right? We be like, damn, we don't know what that little child going to do, right? But that child already has his destiny planned, and you think it's like
it just came through you.
like even like us, right? Like this day that we own right now, this day. Like it was already going to happen. You see what I'm saying? And it was already in us before we even got to this point. It was already done. You see what I'm saying?
But Yahweh say they can't stop your coming.
You already came. That's why. You live in flesh.
Yeah,
You living soul right now. You're the walking and talking God right now, man. And you ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, that shit so deep too, bro. Nigga talking about that dictionary.
Yes.
And then like we the walking word, so like
yes. No, you just gotta know
You go.
what you're
You
speaking.
know what I'm saying? Yeah, real shit. I was thinking like we got the dictionary. You know what I'm saying? We got the
You gotta know.
whatever in order to make it, which we the walking words, so we the walking dictionary. So basically, we say a man or whatever be the pen and the woman to be the book. You know what I'm saying? The pages or whatever to write it down on, and then you come out. You know what I'm saying? You the book
The
type shit.
word, the
So
truth,
you the
and the
walking.
light.
Yes,
All of that. So you know what I'm saying?
yes, yes,
That
yes.
shit
The
deeper than
word, the
nothing
truth,
that
and the
niggas
light.
be taking.
They just so happen to call Jesus Christ our Lord and Savior.
Yeah, they're breaking that shit down, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
And once you
niggas
got that, you got it.
understand that shit for what it is.
And you ain't gonna play the semantics with nobody. You know what I mean? Because I can come out there and say, yeah, man, I believe in Jesus Christ, whatever with the whoop, but they gonna take it way left. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand. You know what I mean? So once you get it, then I be like, God damn, okay, I see where they going with this shit. So now I ain't gotta really feel like I can't stand on what I know to be true, or my parents know to be true, or whatever the case. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, they on some other shit, but but they still on some shit though. You feel me? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's all about what you do, not what you say. So if you reflect a good character, you know what I mean? That's just what it is. It shows what you believe in. Your character shows what you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
Your expression do it. You know what I mean? So, whether you got an attitude, whether you're selfish, whether you're this, whether you're that, everything got a spirit attached to it. Every weakness it does. You know what I mean? So the goal is to be able to line it all up. It's like, damn, okay, I'm selfish than a motherfucker, man. I need to work on my selfishness. I got the spirit of selfishness. Damn, I give too much. Damn, I got the spirit of being gullible or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? It's like you got to see what's working against you because all that have its own entity. You see,
Mm-hmm.
And so once you do research on that, you be like, God damn, what's the spirit? What's the demon of jealousy? And they're gonna give you a fucking name. What's the demon of hate?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna give you a name. And then when you research them mythological motherfuckers,
So they got a God for everything too. So
yes, sir.
Right.
go both ways. So
Yes, then you know who you fighting against. So you'll be like, damn, hold on, Lucifer is not all these, or Satan is not all these motherfuckers. Damn, he is just a different aspect of one of these motherfuckers. Damn, you know what I'm saying? Because
Every damn thing I'm going through.
yeah,
Not the person, but the action, the reaction, the
yeah,
result, things that have been going on, or
yes, because
and it's
everything,
crazy you just said that, brother, about you said even having a demon attached to you that be making you give too much. That I have that problem. For some reason I feel it's natural. I feel like
yeah,
I'm
you supposed to
always
give.
in the giving spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like um I
Just
feel
put
bad if somebody
just put out
needs
that V.
something, right?
and that's it
And I
right
know
there.
I have it and I
Go ahead.
don't give it to them. And I know I'm sitting here holding this material freaking money that really ain't shit. But I'm holding on to this money here. They need it for something, whether they think their need is important enough or not. If they came to me, it must be important. So how can I tell them, oh, I can't give you this when I know I got it? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I always end
That,
up doing it.
I'm gonna let
yeah,
everything
that that
go first. Yeah, go ahead.
that I was just gonna say that's the natural way to be. You know what I'm saying? I guess the ways of society or whatever make us to be unnatural. That's gonna make them selfish and me and keep everything for yourself. But the
And the
natural
thing
way is
about
to give. If you talk to the rich folk, like the real wealthy folk, that's why they got all these fundraisers and gifts. That's true. All that money come back. The more you give, the more you get. That's the real. That's the real. You know what I'm saying? You don't know.
And that's right. Now, I definitely agree
And
with
you,
that too. And that's how I'm
mm,
looking at it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I want to not necessarily not my blessing, but if I got it, why not help? Right. So ain't nothing wrong with that. But the problem is with it sometimes. So you'll give even when it's going to hurt you, and so that's when you're not walking it. Well, I'm not
mhm,
direct to you. That's when a person is not walking all the way upright as they should be. And so what I learned during my journey, though,
right,
that the thing that you
In
don't
line.
do is what you should do. You know what I mean? Because it's like, damn,
right,
I like giving even though it hurt, but you know what I mean? So now you have to change yourself to do something you don't want to do, which is not give. You see what I'm saying? Because that's like a growth.
right,
So if you're a selfish person, you're like, damn, I got to I gotta stop being so selfish. That's the fight. You see what I'm saying? Doing the polar opposite. So because at the end of the day, a lot of times, so to be honest with you, is that it's a double-edged sword. So the same people that come to you, it's not because they actually need you. It's because they're not dependent on that power that's in them to do what they need to do.
Get it. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so everybody is designed to punish somebody. You see what I'm saying? And
That
so,
hit hard, right?
It's like, it's like we all sea level, right? We all, water always trying to balance out, so that's what we all trying to do, If you got a negative person hanging around you because you positive, they're trying to balance out,
yes.
Right.
And then once you understand, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, brother.
And like not right what it just said, you know what I mean? Because that brings me to another thought that I always have, right? It's about energy, right? But I try to keep it on forefront. I'm not trying to speak as if I'm perfect at the things that I'm telling y'all, but I know these are the true things of life that I try to stay conscious of. Okay, so now when it comes to the energy aspect, like the brother was just saying, you have your negative friend and you the positive friend. Now, like that's like basically kind of like a parasite, so to speak. It's like we want to eat off the next man's table, because that's what a parasite means in the etymology, is eating from another man's table. And so therefore you have to being aware of that, like if you know you loaded, right? I feel like I'm loaded, you know what I'm saying, spiritually or whatever. You know what I mean? It's gonna take a whole lot to really just make me break, because I'm trying to be aware of not breaking, because I'm easy to break. You see what I'm saying? So I know that's one of my main challenges. Like, don't fold and go for the fuck shit, because you're gonna be pissed off for 2-3 days, nigga. You see what I'm saying? And I don't want to feel that way. So that's something I keep on my conscious mind. You know what I mean? And so when it comes to energy like that, right, is just knowing when you're full and you know you're full, you'll be able to sustain other people's weaknesses, right? So it's kind of like a relationship. If a person knows that the woman's supposed to be supposedly the weaker vessel, right? So that means that she's going to have a tendency to break faster than you, supposedly, because you're supposed to be the man. So therefore, you know that you are built to receive this load. But if you can't take the load and you end up smashing out because she's smashing out, then you don't have the capacity to take it. You know what I mean? So you weak. So it's the same thing with everything else. You know what I mean? It's that kind of energy. So if you know you happy as fuck, now just no, I'm kind of still on the same time, but I know I'm going everywhere with the example, right? But I'm just give this example with
you good.
So if you're happy as fuck, right, and you 100% happy, you got up everything, you having a good fucking day, you go to the store, some shit, and a motherfucker just have attitude with you for no reason. The natural reaction would be to get mad, okay? Like they gave you. Right? Yes. So, but now if you think about the spiritual realm, right? Because first of all, you don't know this person, right? Then you didn't really do shit to them. First of all, I didn't even be that mad, right? And then when you think about, damn, he probably just cussed his old lady out. He probably lost some money. He probably got to pay the bill and broke. You just never know what this person's problem is in their real life, right? So let's say they 70% pissed off, right? So they 70% pissed off, so they only got 30% of goodness in their tank. They about to explode. You feel me? So they 70% mad. You're 100% happy. So now let's say you give them that exchange. That everything's energy, right? So now let's say you give them that exchange, that verbal exchange. Now they just took 70% of your happiness, right? And however many percent, but they're gonna took something from your 100%. See what I'm saying? And so they added something to themselves, because now they feel good about themselves because they just cussed you out. You see what I'm saying? So yes, it really works like that on the energy level. So you just traded energy and you don't even know it. So now you not that happy no more. Now you kind of pissed off and you were just happy as fuck. You see what I'm saying?
You really just got a spell casted on you.
Now that's how it actually works. And so it can do the vice versa too. Let's say you don't give in to what they're saying. And you just, hey man, it's gonna be all right, bro. It's all good, whatever, right? But you still been to boost them up because you kept your candle lit and you didn't let your shit go out. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, the only thing they can do, you know how they say you can only go up from here. So it's kind of like that. But I don't want to keep talking, y'all. We'll get to the shit. Yeah, I have to keep going, y'all. I have examples for days.
Yeah, that's real though, man. So you can't get. I say don't overeat, or you don't want to starve. You gotta,
Exactly.
you gotta balance out.
You still with us, Sister Southern?
Yes, brother.
You can run it if you want to. We're in Genesis 2 and 7 now.
Okay. Let's see. I'm sorry, brother. I had went out the room. Give me a minute.
Okay, it's all good.
All right, 2 and 7. It says, and the Lord God formed man, male and female, of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils and the breath of life, which was the spirit. And man became a living soul, body of life and light, or light, or light. A note, John
Yeah.
1:14 is in him was light, and the life was the light of man. This let us know obviously that the light is the spirit, which is us, the light of men, which is the life of man, which is the light inside of man.
Mm-hmm.
And it says honor, adherence to what is right or to the conversation. I'm sorry, or to the convention standard of conduct, like to have integrity, morals, worth, ethics, principles, virtue, nobility, etc. This is basically to be a stand up being erect at 90 degrees perpendicular to Earth, basically standing in your square and your center North Pole within. And
Yes.
then verse 13 said, did you want to say something about that,
Okay.
brother?
So now you see now they're leading into some of the commandments, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we go back up and we just remember everything we were just reading and we understand what they're actually talking about, you know what I mean? Again, we know they're not really talking about nobody else, so to speak. They're talking about your spirit within. Like, don't kill your own spirit. Don't commit adultery against yourself. Don't go out worship these false gods and all this type of stuff. Because we know we got references to what he's always talking about. You know, we're talking about some false gods and all that shit, and just being within, like knowing the God within. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So when they saying don't kill, it's like when when Cain killed his brother Abel, it was basically he was killing the word of God. You see, so if you know that, excuse me, and you understand that story, then you can relate the kill part to that. You see what I'm saying? But the average person probably wouldn't catch it because they would nah, nigga, kill me and kill somebody, nigga. But they ain't thinking about killing the spirit, you see? And so that's what they mean by kill. And the same thing with adultery. Like, don't go follow false gods and all that type of stuff. You remember when it used references for like, my people go out whoring or whatever, following after other gods and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Reference, okay, so like, you know, that's what they mean by adultery. Okay. The same thing with stealing, you know what I mean? It's like when it say don't envy your brother for the things they have and all that type of stuff and wish for what they want, you know what I mean? And so what they got and all that type of stuff, you know, basically like that. You don't be jealous and envious and all that stuff. You see what I'm saying? You know, but it's still within. You like if they're talking about like somebody else's wisdom and understanding or whatever the case. Like let's say when I'm telling y'all the stuff I'm telling y'all have enough information on your own with your own personal being to verify what I'm saying to be true or not. So I'm not teaching or convincing y'all of anything. Like your own self is convincing you based on the things you already know. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how you know that you're not stealing from another person. You see what I'm saying? Because you know how some people just hear somebody and they call it regurgitating and they just go and just word for word. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's okay to do that if you know if that already is the truth for you. But when you're doing that and you don't know if that's the truth or not, then that's when you're stealing.
Right.
You see? Yeah. And so the same thing with when they say thou shalt not bear false witness against your neighbor. When you understand that the word witness, right, it means like smarts, like your wit, you know what I mean? Like your smart, your intelligence, stuff like that. That's what wittiness. Yes, wittiness, yes, sir. Exactly. That's what it is against your neighbor. So your neighbor is your spirit within. You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, well, like let's say you're going out, right? So and you saying, hey, God told me that, but you talking about some stuff that you don't really know the true God within. You see what I'm saying? Like you like a priest or a pastor or some shit like that. You see what I'm saying? And you ain't really tapped in. You know what I'm saying? You just thinking it's fucking Jesus Christ on the cross, all that bullshit, right? You bearing false witness against your true spirit within is what you're doing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, you taking it outside.
Contradicting your own self.
Exactly.
That's what all this shit is, man.
So it's like that, you know. And so, like on 17, when it said, "Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house," it say, "Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant." And then that's why they say, "Nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is your neighbor." Okay, so when they talking about the asses and all that and the oxen and stuff, they're talking about the rams and all these false gods and shit. You see what I'm saying? And so remember when we was reading about the buns being and the buns made and all that on the other one, where we kind of understand that they talking about the spirit and all that type of stuff. That's what they mean by the maid servant and the manservant. You see what I'm saying? All those shits are synonyms. You understand me? So, same thing with the neighbor's wife and all that type of stuff. You know, by us understanding what neighbor actually, by me explaining what neighbor actually mean, right? And so, you know, the wife is the spirit within and all that. So, you know, what I talk about against for like, you know, you coveting, you listen after what they got. You know what I mean? You know, people might be doing good because they're doing the right thing. They're being stand up. They're doing what they're supposed to do. And then nothing you can do about that to help nobody else. You see what I'm saying, nigga? Just do what God. You be a stand-up person and go out there work and go get it, and then you'll be blessed just like me, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Quit being just you see. So it's kind of like that, you know, when you personalize it, you know. But yeah, you can start for 18, Mr. So, please.
Okay. It says, and all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet. The noise of the trumpet. And it's moving. Hold on a second. You passed it, bro.
It probably be there with you.
That's right, though.
It stopped, but it
See
stopped
it
right. Yeah, it stopped at 17. I was in the middle of 16 though.
I'm sorry. Okay.
You was on 18. You was on 18.
Yeah, you was on 18, so.
Really? Oh, dang. I was reading as it was going up. My bad. Let me
I just moved it on you again, so wait a second.
Okay. All right. And I'm gonna just start it over again. And all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they moved and stood afar off. Let's talk about that one.
Yes. Okay. So like, you know, the thundering and the lightning and all that, you know, how they say that God's voice sound like, rushing water, right? So we know that's the noise of the trumpet. That's the spirit within. You know what I mean, right? And then we know how they say that Moses talked to God at the top of the mountain and all that shit. And when they say smoking, right, they say where there's a smoke, there's a fire. But in this case, they're not speaking of fire, right? They're speaking of smoke. They didn't say nothing about fire. So that's letting you know that it's like not all the way there. You know what I mean? Then they got the coding, right? And so it say, and when the people saw it, they removed and they stood afar off. You know what I mean? So that means they ain't come all the way in. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of like expanding the smoke and not the fire. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You see? And so that's just how to be word playing shit. You know what I mean? And so so basically that's what they're explaining right now. So yes.
Okay. And then it says
one more thing, I'm sorry. And you know, when they mention mountain, they're always talking about the higher, like the head. You know what I mean? Like you know,
the mountaintop is the head.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Now when I'm seeing that right, and it says all the people saw the thundering and the lightning and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking, and when the people saw it, they moved and stood afar. I'm thinking that's, what I'm gonna go back to, bro. If you know me, I'm thinking about the energy rising throughout the chakras.
Yes.
And all the people saw the thunder and the lightning. That was all the energy in the cells, which are those melanated light cells that I be talking about. And when they start to moving, and when they pull in that information, they start to shaking and rattling and moving, and they be creating the energy, because all the atoms are building up in your system, and then they start to vibrate and cause that friction to make it heat up. So that's where I'm thinking the thunder and the lightning happen, and then the noise of the trumpet. And when that starts to heat up, your spirit enlightens and you get more knowledge. And that's all because of the gas aspect that comes from the crystallization of your mind being opened up and being awakened from the crystallization. That gas aspect overcomes you. And then I would think that's the mountain smoking, because you just, when you said the top, that's what made me think that. That's the mountain smoking at the top, which is the gas aspect coming out and coming around you to give you that aura or your Taurus field around you, strengthening it, because everything was thundering and rumbling, and it created more energy and got the spirit stronger. That's what I see.
Man, I never really put much thought into looking at it from that angle, Sister Soul. Because I've been trying to like hit people with Bible, that people in the Bible, right? And people that in science, but I never looked at it from the chakra aspect. And by you saying all that, yes, that make perfect sense. You see what I'm saying? And like with the thundering and the lightning, that let me know that it's everything lighting up and down your spinal cord. Like, we know we're electrical beings and all that, right? And so, and then when they said the noise of the trumpet, it would, once you make it to that point, you're gonna be able to communicate with yourself and all that. You're gonna recognize God within. So that's they emphasize the word noise, because to the people it was just noise. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? It didn't make no sense. It's noise. You see what I'm saying? So that's how they looked at it, and so like we go back to the smoking. So that means they're hitting to make it to the highest point of enlightenment, to the crown chakra, where the actual light is. You see what I'm saying? Like you saying, it's just smoke, So yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, and then it says, and they said unto Moses, speak thou, which is God, within us, and we will hear, as we just was explaining. But let not God speak with us, lest we die.
So you see?
If we don't have that spirit in us, our spirit gonna die. That's
confirming. They were scared.
it.
Yes, that's confirming, Sister Soul.
Yep.
Everything you just said. And that's why, and like I do the same thing. And that's why I was glad you said everything that you said. I knew it was going to end up confirming it, right? You know what I mean? But the thing about it is, that's how you know that you are teaching yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Like the book is teaching you. It's like, hold on. Like, I just thought about this my own self. And then when I read, it confirms it for me. So that lets you know it's the truth, Sister Soul.
Right.
That's
the confirmation. That's what I always be. Remember, I told you that, bro. I've been needing that confirmation, and when I get that, what was you saying? Something? Everything. Oh, I thought I heard somebody trying to say something. So yeah, that confirmation, bro, that just make it so solid. It just feels so good, because you like, see, I know I'm not tripping. I knew I was seeing this, and now I have the confirmation of what I was seeing.
That's right, so that's right. That's how it's supposed to make you feel, just like that. Exactly. Ain't nothing like true confirmation. Like, you know what I mean? A motherfucker talk their ass off. You see what I'm saying? But ain't nothing like that confirmation, because you gotta know who the conformer is. Who, you know what I'm saying? God is the conformer. That's who you conform to, you bow to, you've been to, And so so once you know that, you're like, damn, you teaching me at your spirit, you know what I mean? Because that's just your brain rewiring, you know what I mean? Like what you, I don't give a damn what it is. You catch the smallest little thing that it's gonna rewire your whole brain. You see what I'm saying? So that's how it goes. Yes, ma'am.
And then it says, and Moses said unto the people, fear not, for God is come unto you. God is come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye not sin. Even more confirmation.
Yes, ma'am.
Before your faces, so it's in your faces, right there in the crown. You see it. It's right there. Where your mind is, where everything is that you envision to see in that spirit mind is in that crown. So once you see it for yourself, like you just said, the confirmation that you're seeing and you understand and having that understanding for yourself, then you're going to know not to sin not. And sinning not is doing the things that are against your nature of God's natural order, the things that are good for you, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah.
That's right. And you will be put to the test. That's why I say he's coming to prove you. See what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that go back to what we were saying earlier, and everything was saying too about. Somebody should say something.
No, go. I'm going to you.
Like everything was saying as far as like everything being everything, and how everything was for the good for those who believe in God and all that type of stuff.
That's
That's what
right.
they're explaining. You see what I'm saying? Like, hey, you ain't supposed to fear not. You see what I'm saying? I got you. I got your back. Whatever I put in your mind to do, you got to make it happen. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to.
That's it. I'm looking at sin different too.
Mm.
So
Yes,
like,
sir.
you already know the sin is like sign after sign way. So like anything that's when they say sin not like that dead shit, fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna kill your
Mm.
current. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Or your
Yep.
flow.
Like, goddamn.
You hit it.
That's right, man. Because sin do mean son. You see what I'm saying? So.
Mhm.
Man, and as a matter of fact, you said that too. We said wave, and it go up and
Mhm.
down, up
Up
and
and down, like like your vital sign. Yeah. You don't want to fuck with nothing that's gonna get you dead. You know.
down. He said, "Oh, fuck, now they gonna get you dead."
Get your flat line. Flat line. You want to keep that sign.
We said that it went down to Florida where I'm from. Man, nigga, fuck right, get yourself dead, boy. You know, shit.
I already know.
You got to so.
All right, finish that last part, or you gotta you wanna go up so I can just go through that part, or that is the last part.
Yes, man. 21, 21.
Okay. It says, and the people stood afar off from Mark 3:31. Jesus' mother and brother stood without. Who is my mother and brethren? And he looked around about them which sat with him and said, Behold, my mother and my brethren. Whoever does the will of God is my brother, sister, and mother. So if he's sitting around his mother, say brother, sister, and mother. And Moses drew near unto the thick darkness, the fearful people. That's what the darkness is referring to. That's in parentheses. Where God was, and then in
Hold on,
parentheses, God.
I kind of rushed through it. Let me explain to you what I'm doing
Oh,
right here, so
okay.
just so you know, right? Okay, at the beginning of the one when you said, and the people stood afar off, right? So what I was doing when I put the parentheses of Mark 3:31, I was trying to explain how the people standing far off matches with Jesus' mother standing far off. And I'm pretty sure you caught that part, right? And so another thing I want to catch too is that it said it stood out. So that means like not having something. You see what I'm saying? Even though they were trying to paint it as if like on the outside, it still is on the outside of yourself or whatever, right? But it's not having the true spirit within. She stood, you know what I'm saying? So, when it was down people, I can't hear how to speak.
It was kind of cutting out. What you said, bro?
Yeah, I said I can hear myself.
You
Wait,
got a
hold
little
on.
echo too.
Let me go back to the echo thing again, bro. Hold on a second.
Mine's eye going in the chat too.
Right.
What mine's
Shout
out?
out to mine's eye.
What up with it, mine's out? Okay.
That's better?
Yes, man, that's it.
Okay.
So the reason why I put the hyphen between with and out is to explain that they're talking about like without something, because we know that without, if we really looking at it literally, I mean, you don't have some shit. You know what I'm saying? But that our mind can be tricked. Since I know how to writing this shit, I know they can trick our mind and make us think that it's talking about like stood on the outside of something, because that's how people paint the picture. Like, yeah, man, Jesus and his the brother came and hollered at Jesus. Jesus was like, fuck yeah, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. That's how they paint the picture. But it ain't really what the fuck they're saying. You see what I'm saying? It's because when they say who is my mother and my brethren, right? And they say he looked round about them, which sat with him. So he ain't looking at his mama and his brother. You see what I'm saying? And then they say, and said, Behold, my mother and my brethren. You see what I'm saying? Now they were actually talking to his mother and his brother. He did it said, and he looked round about them which sat with him. So he talked to like whoever he was talking to. Whenever they say, "Hey Jesus, your mom and your brother over here standing on the outside of the circle," you know what I mean?
That's crazy though, bro. I ain't never even read this script before, but that's kind of like how I think. Like, everybody around you, your family. You know what I'm saying? That's how I always felt my whole life, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. And Jesus kicking that shit, man. Like who the
Like you
smoke
got family
people,
you fuck with, family you don't fuck with, but everybody family.
right?
Somebody was saying that the other day. I don't remember they was talking about that. Like some of the blood is worse than some of the people they they deal with on
Yeah,
a
that's
daily
real
basis.
shit
In
though.
real
Wow,
life, you see
wow.
what I'm
That's
saying? And
real.
that's what the book is all
Hmm.
about, trying to explain to us what's really going on. It's like, man, it don't matter about no kinfolks and all that. Either you are a stand-up person or you not. You see
That's
what I'm
it.
saying? That's how
Right.
they try
That's
to.
what matter, bro.
You see what I'm saying? Because like anybody can beat you, man. I don't give a damn. And they say the closest one to you, the one gonna fuck you over the quickest. You know what I mean? So you gotta really,
You ain't lying.
you know what I mean? So it's just real life shit that's being kicked at you. You know what I mean? So he's like, yeah, that's how he ran it though. But like I said, people look at it like he was talking to his real brother and his sister, but he said, no, he said, what he said again, he said, and he looked around about them, we sat with him. So that's obviously they ain't sitting with him if they looking for him. That's just common sense, right? And they say, and see,
Right.
behold, my mother and my brethren. You can tell he clowning. You know what I'm saying? Like, behold, my mother and my brethren. Whoever does the will of my God, because he's looking at everybody in the crowd. Everybody he talking
Hmm.
to them. Behold, my mother and my brethren. And he like they laughing and shit down there. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like it say, whoever does the will of God is my brother, my sister, and my mother. You see how you slid the sister in there? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's my mind, body, and my soul, basically. You feel me? It's me, myself, and I.
Hmm.
They trying to kick to you. So you hear them talking about my brother and my sister, you already know it's all an aspect of you. You feel me? Okay.
All this.
Yeah. And it's you go ahead, so sorry.
Oh no, bro. I was just listening. I was looking through the comment because I went back to this one mines I said earlier. I don't know if it was something we were talking about or something that came up in his mind, and I hope y'all can know what he referencing to. He said I think if we conveyed this literally from the chat, it'll be cool to do it on this little Rosa Parks thing. Now, do you know what he's referencing to, Wisdom? He
Not
said,
really.
oh, I'm sorry. And
Again?
before that, it said, I'm sorry. Before that, let me go to the one before that. I apologize. Before that, he had sent, how much do y'all really know about Rosa Parks? And he got question mark. You know how he do. He got a question mark. Like some questions about that, obviously. And then the next that I pinned, it says, um, if he said, I think it if we conveyed this literally from the chat, it'd be cool to do it on this Rosa Parks thing. And he said, for real, for real. So it's something he really want to hit on. So I'm just wondering if y'all know, particularly if it's something he's talking about, maybe that was talked about and I don't remember, or is it something else you can
I
think
don't
of
know.
that he's referencing?
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Come on up,
And
man.
here he go
Talk
again.
about
Look, he
it.
said, yep. He said, I want to let y'all know something deep and real. Mine's eye, why you ain't bring your
Let's
butt up
talk
here? What
about
you
it.
doing? You
Let's
can't get
talk
on
about
right
it.
now?
Let's
He
talk
said
about it.
Really.
roles and roles are listen, y'all, what he got. He said, I want to let y'all know something deep on the real about Rosa Parks if y'all want. And then he said in the next one it says roles, ROES. Roles and rows, ROES and ROWS are parked roses in rows, ROWS. Hence death row. Mm.
Damn, I was just about to say that. Yeah, I was thinking about you put roses on the dead. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I hear what he's saying now about Rosa parking, like a parking a car.
Rosa
She Rosa
Parks.
parks, like you stop, you dead, you flatline. That's probably what you're too when you talk about the flatline and stuff. So like Rosa being parked, you know what I'm saying, and being put roses on them. Yeah, I see what you're saying too. Yeah,
Right. He must have been
Yeah.
talking about this earlier. I'm mad he didn't bring his belt on here so we can know what he's talking about.
yeah, he probably
He
can't.
said yeah, he said it was something that he brought up. So maybe it was a conversation that was had. And I probably don't know exactly what the freak he talking about.
Oh, she sat down in the back of the bus or something. Bro. Shit.
Right, she did. It said Rosa Parks. Oh yeah, let's get into that then, because that's what he's trying to get us to bring up, I guess. Okay, so what? Who knows? All I know. Okay, let me say what I know, and then y'all say what y'all know. I know that she was so supposedly, which I believe this is all some BS as well. I'm sorry,
She wasn't
but
the first one to do it
supposedly
too.
she wasn't. You said.
No, she wasn't.
They say she was, but she wasn't. They tried to make it like she was something big doing this.
Yeah, she wasn't.
And you notice what? And I'm not to say that it's funny, but you see she was a pretty light-skinned, long
Mm.
fair haired woman. She looked like she was some kind of indigenous woman, because she was real
Yeah,
bright. She had that long thin hair, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was something with that too. But yeah, that's all I know. She supposedly was tired and was like, I'm tired, I ain't finna get up, I don't care what y'all say. She said, I only said she ain't moving, and that's all I know about the story.
yeah. She was a civil rights activist too. So that would probably blew it up. You know what I'm saying?
And mine's, I said irises, roses, Rosa Parks. It's all a movie. And I just said that in the bus. He said it's all a movie in the bus. What the heck? Oh, he said it's a movie called In the Bus. Is that what you said, Mine's Eye?
Yeah, tomorrow, get on the bus. So that
Oh,
that
Get
was
on the Bus.
tomorrow.
That's the name of a movie?
I had a feeling that wasn't even her last name. That ain't her name. They gave her that name. Like it added that match up even more. Mine's I talking about that they put that shit like that on purpose. Her real last name, her name is hold on. Her name is Rosa Louise McCauley. That's her name.
Where the heck? So they gonna put Rosa Parks. She
Yes.
Yeah,
Cause she
parks it
parked
down,
she
stop,
parked
hold
her
it,
ass.
held the
Yeah.
seat.
yeah.
Right.
Man,
They play
I knew
games
that
with
was a
everything.
tie up
So
too.
they own her name basically.
Wow.
So they made that shit up, they copyrighted it, and they ran it, and I guarantee that they own her name. So whenever we talk about Rosa Parks, they get paid for it. That's why they can do a movie or whatever the fuck they want, and ain't nothing she can do about
Right.
it. Yeah.
Mm.
Dang.
This shit deep though, bro. Cause like all that shit about all these folks they making a movie about they like ain't no real evidence these people ever existed. It's like what's her name?
Characters,
Who
that's
they
right.
made a movie about? What's her
Uh,
name?
uh,
The
uh,
Underground Railroad girl. What's her name?
damn. What her name is?
And what's the dude?
Shit. Crazy. They try to put on $20 bill. What's her name?
Harriet Tubman. Yeah, Harriet Tubman.
Right.
Yeah, and what's the other dude they made a movie about? The that were preaching and shit in the slave
Nat
days.
Turner.
Nat Turner, yeah, they like ain't no real evidence, bro. Evidence, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They ain't got no
During
evidence.
the time Nat Turner supposedly was freeing slaves, as they said. I believe all them brothers from the north came down there and was doing it. So how was he doing it?
Yeah,
Yeah, we're getting on the folks' ass, man. That's what we're doing.
yeah. You start looking into this shit, you be like,
For real. Because I looked into Harriet Tubman, because y'all know I look at all them damn names and shit,
mm-hmm.
bringing that shit up. I mean, I just see what the fuck this name actually mean. But Tubman ended up meaning something about a fucking fireplace, you know what I mean? And they said that she was coming up through the fireplace and shit. So to me,
Yeah,
it confirmed with everything saying all this shit is staged, man.
Special
yeah.
delivery of roses.
Especially like the popular stuff, Know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The shit we know about more than likely, you know what I'm
Exactly. And sometimes
saying?
it could be people that they referencing to, but they've been
My guy is on his Rosa Parks, y'all. He said he talking junk. He said special delivery of roses, roses, roses. He said Valentine. He was like, hurry it up, man. He said, y'all get on it.
I'm getting Rosa Parks. It's a Rosa Parks Rosa for Valentine's Day.
Okay, you see, yo, he like on this shit. Like, what's up? I know he must want to get on here. He can't right now for some reason.
Hey, that's
He
crazy,
said
bro.
Sharon Stone. Oh, we was talking about that the other day, Wisdom.
But
He
you
said
know what's deep?
Valentine's
You
Day
know what's
bring
crazy,
people
right?
together.
So like, it's Black History Month,
Sharon
and then
Stone.
they know we gonna talk about Rosa Parks, so we gonna talk about some roses and shit.
oh, that's what I'm
Right.
trying to say. The fucking yes, too.
Oh my
Valentine's Day and shit. Make us
damn.
spend more money.
There you go,
Valentine, yeah.
Ernestine.
My goodness, man.
They had it all planned out, boy. They spend their money on the massacre day, nigga.
When is her birthday?
Oh
Let me
my
see this
gosh.
shit. Let me see something.
Oh hell no.
They
Oh
so
hell no.
evil,
And
bro.
then he said to Sharon Stone, Macaulay Culkin.
Holly
God.
Culkin.
Oh shit, the Home Alone.
They try,
Okay, so
they try, damn, they trying to cop my boy. Hold up, man. Hold up. That's
oh my
crazy.
Goodness,
gosh.
man. This
Mac
shit,
They
man.
Carley.
try to,
And he said Mac Carley Culkin. MC Carley.
This
Carley.
Cardi B,
they
Carley
trying to,
Culkin.
these
Carley
motherfuckers.
Culkin.
they trying to make it call,
Valentine. That
man.
shit crazy. Yes, they got the Valentines with the so-called this fake ass, what is it? Civil rights
They
month.
got
I
a
don't know.
birthday.
They get Rosa Parks roses.
Rosa
I
Parks
bet you got
birthday
them
is
Rosa Parks
supposed to
roses,
be
bro. I'm about
February
to find it.
4th. Y'all heard me?
What you
Her birthday is supposedly February 4th.
Mm.
That,
Mm.
that 10 days away from the 14th, like right in time, like hurry up and get the shit. As soon as you think about the 4th in Rosa Parks, because you know what I'm saying, you're gonna think about roses automatically, like not even really thinking about it, like damn, Valentine's Day is coming up type shit. You see what I'm saying? Man, that shit though, man, crazy as hell, man.
Macaulay Culkin. Then he said Chris Rock, Crack Rock. And Chris Rock with the Crack Rock. Remember, he was talking, remember everything he was
Hold up,
talking about
bro.
Chris Rock. Oh my gosh. Now I remember from the other night. Boom. He remember we was talking all about all this, the Macaulay Culkin and the Home Alone shit. That was all part of the perverted stuff. All this was the perverted stuff because all of the perverted things were going on. He was home alone. The men came and bathed in the house. He was molested. He had to been raped and all this other shit we was talking about. We was talking about how the child starved. We was talking about how all the children starved. And they all go through all this and they end up being on these drugs and stuff because they done been through all these sexual endeavors or whatever. And then we was talking about the movie and how Chris Rock came out with the movie and he was on the crack. And he was Chris Rock and it was crack, and that's when the crack came into existence basically when they started putting into the neighborhoods and turning everything against everybody with the crack rock.
I'm gonna start sharing the screen real quick. I'm gonna have to make a run right fast.
Okay.
I'm gonna join from my phone or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just keep chopping up with you. You know what I mean? And then we have to share the rest of it. It's still kind of like a lot more to go, so we can just keep chopping it up if we want to.
Okay.
I don't want
So you said put the screen back up?
to. No,
It's up, bro.
no, delay. No, I'm sharing it right now because I got to make a move. Right, I'll be probably back to my computer about like 30, 40 minutes. But I'm finna get on my phone. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's all.
Oh, okay, not a problem, bro. So, you're saying I can
Damn.
basically take it down for now. Let me take it down. Hold on.
I just took it down. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm just looking up that Rosa Parks shit. So basically, they saying she
Okay.
the single-handedly she single-handedly sparked off the civil rights movement.
Oh my gosh.
Like when she they did the boycott. You know what I'm saying? And they say she wasn't the first, and then they say she knew the bus driver. So this shit might
Oh,
be a whole setup. So hold up,
it
and
was
then
a
they say
whole setup.
so look, and they say she got arrested, and it was supposed to be for one day, but it lasted more than a year, and it basically started off. You know what I'm saying? The civil rights movement. This was
So it started the so-called fake ass civil rights movement, which was also helped to initiate the fake ass Martin Luther King movement.
so-called fake ass civil rights movement.
It's echoing again. Hold on, let me go to the thing. Settings. As soon as I said that, it started. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, maybe that was because wisdom was getting off. So all these fake civil rights movements to start having people focus on the civil rights stuff and doing all this blah they blah to this, all this stuff came with Miss Rosa Parks.
Yeah, it started off with her. Yeah. She sparked it off. That's crazy.
Mm-mm. And we
1955. Yeah.
and we know that somebody was just doing a video I was watching earlier on this fake Martin Luther King stuff. I think it was PP. Hold on. Was it
Once I
PNF
got on,
Intel Networks?
once I got on King, man. Once I got on my boy, man.
What you say? Everything I hear you.
I said, once I got on King, man. Once I got on my boy.
Right, but it was facts though, and this stuff I've been new too. I ain't gonna lie, honey. And this is nothing new. It's even a tape out of one of the guys that talked about it and said when they shot him, when they talked the plan, the shooting of, he said the plan, the
Yeah,
shooting of. The man said it out his mouth. This was years ago, and I got that video too. I'm gonna try to bring it up or download it
they they
so I
they,
can
they
play
got
it.
him on that website too, bro. On the
The
classified
dude
shit.
with the
They got it.
glasses, right?
Who you talking about?
You talking about
I'm,
the dude that said that, right? That's who you talking about?
no, I'm talking about this Martin Luther King period. They got documents on him, FBI documents classified on that too on their website.
Oh,
And I
I'm
want to
definitely
add
gonna
some
check
in
that
on
out.
that too, y'all. And it's unfortunate, man, but it is a wicked game out here. I was looking up Molik one time before or whatever. Yeah, you can put it up if you want to, so it might be pretty interesting. But if you look up Molik in the Wikipedia winner, they let you know that the abbreviation for
Right.
Molik is MLK, and it's
Oh
also
yeah, oh
spelled
yeah. You talking about Moloch? Yeah.
Malcolm. You know what I mean? So basically,
Malcolm.
Malcolm X and fucking MLK is probably
Yeah.
basically referencing to the Baal
MLK.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
say,
Mm-hmm.
goddamn, man. The Molik and
Exactly,
shit.
because
Molik
they
the
was
Bull.
It's
both
the
of them, I
same
believe, was
shit, bro.
part of the Boule. Well, not Martin,
Yeah.
not Malcolm, but Martin definitely. I believe
Yeah.
he was part of the Boule.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Mm-mm.
shit wicked, man. Man. And like once you get to looking, once you woke, man. Ain't no going back to sleep. You gonna see
Yeah.
everything. He's like, man,
Yeah.
goddamn.
Shit
That's what I
crazy.
was thinking. That shit is overwhelming sometimes.
Mhm. Every time I say I'm
But
gonna start
the
something.
only way not to get overwhelmed with just know it's all the code, sister. So, you know what I mean? That everything that they putting in front of your face from the Molik, the bull, and all that shit, all of it just
Right.
aspects of you. You see what I'm saying? All of it is.
That part.
But
That part.
people took it the wrong way. They got it, and then they start really sacrificing their babies to the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All that kind of
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying? They took everything literal. And that's why the so-called deep state and all these motherfuckers, that's why they sacrificing children and stealing children and shit like that. They doing it to that God. They feel like they got to do it to Molech the Bull and all that kind of shit to get their blessings and shit. They really believe in it, literally, like people believe in Jesus Christ. You see what I'm saying? You know, because they really
Man.
don't know. They lost.
Right. This is crazy. So being caught up in all of the freaking simulation, these dummies, they really believe in this stuff. They it seems like they more caught up than we is.
Hmm. That's why they freaking out right now. I don't know what the fuck going
They more
on.
caught
Yeah.
up.
Yes, they are, literally. You know, but
Yeah.
they on the dark side of it, and the same thing with the real Bible. Like that's why, like people accept the thing that's going on and see the Bible in the Revelation say it's gonna do this and the Bible Revelation, so they're using that as a playbook too. You know what I'm saying? And only the people
Right.
that really know the languages know the stuff that we know. You know what I mean? They know it's all some bullshit. But it's like fuck it, if we gonna win like this, we gonna fuck them over. Fuck it, it's by their consent. They signed up for the shit. They voting. They doing this here. They doing that there. But no, we got the information out there, so it's their fault if they go for it. So they don't feel. See, that's how the
Yeah.
energy. Remember, I was telling you about the energy. That's how the energy works. They ain't forcing nobody to do shit.
Your
You see what I'm
compliance.
saying?
Your compliance is
It's
your
by
consent.
your will. Yep.
Your compliance is your consent. You sit by and
All
let
them
them do
dummies
it.
was walking to the poll. Me and my kids was right when they was doing the elections, right? When I
I ain't,
say
yeah.
I ain't never seen people standing in lines outside to go vote. I'm looking like, what the hell is wrong with these people? Standing in line. to
Yeah,
go vote.
that's the one
That
thing
shit
I'm gonna be
looking
talking about.
crazy. I was like, wow. Looked like they
You
was
know,
going to the damn slaughterhouse.
I went to church with a lot of those folks that were like in the civil rights movement and shit, and like they'll tell you, bro. You know what I'm saying? The ones you don't hear about and shit. They'll tell you like they ain't what you want to fight for vote. I'm gonna say we was just fighting to get equal right. Get treated right. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't
Right.
like
That's right. And speaking of like the civil
nothing
rights
to that.
movement and all that shit, I was just doing a little research on myself and all that stuff, some of my people, and I come to fucking learn that which probably apply too. Do y'all remember about the church bombing in Birmingham, Alabama, where they killed those
Oh
4 little
yeah,
girls?
yeah,
That was
Y'all
fake.
remember that?
yeah.
Huh?
I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, one of my aunties was involved in that shit. You know what I mean? But she was one of the little girls that didn't get killed. You know what I mean?
But wasn't it a fake story, brother?
Her name is Carolyn McKinstry, though. She talks about it, though. I mean, it could be face to the soul. I don't know. Maybe she's tied up with the motherfucker, too. I don't know. But,
No, no,
all I
no. She
know is
she might
that,
not have known though, brother, as a kid though. All I'm saying is not to say
Yeah,
that she
you
was
don't
involved
know.
in that. I'm saying she might not have known being a kid. What's up, bro?
yeah, but I guess it really was a bombing, though. And, like, little girl really did die and all that. You know what I mean? But, like I'm saying, it was probably plotted a scheme, though, like you said, just to bring in,
That
because they say that's when, the reason why I'm saying that, because they say that's when they really started, it was 1963. They said that's when they kicked when it, the what you call it, really kicked off the civil rights movement with Martin Luther King and all that. Because you remember when they had did the march to Selma, Alabama, and all that shit. That's
Yep.
what that was all about.
See?
When that had happened, you see what I'm saying? I was like, man, this shit
And
deep.
here they said here everything just went and looked it up when you got off, right? It was talking about the Rosa Parks was the spark of the civil rights movement.
yeah, it said
Every
she started.
mind's eye. What's up, bro?
Hey,
Hey, what's up, brother?
can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yep.
Hey, man, we
What's up,
gotta
man?
tear
I
this
was
shit
having.
up, huh? Can y'all hear me? Am I clear? Let me make
Yeah, what's
sure I'm
up?
clear. Uh, man, this Rosa Parks thing. We about to, because one thing lead into another one. Say according, you know, we're acquaintances. So look, where we say on the bus, you know what I mean? In the back of the bus, like where you I was listening to a song, man. It's crazy too, man. I pulled up the fucking song. Nas made it, right? I just did this before you went live and shit. I was checking and shit. Like I didn't want to tell somebody, but I'm still going into it though. Know what I mean? So
What's the
I
song, bro?
pull it up, huh?
What's the
The name of the
song?
song is Roses. The name of the song is Roses, man. The nigga Nas made it. It's the album Life is Good.
Mm.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Y'all remember that album? Hey, everybody, just check that fucking album. Know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Crazy,
that
cause
album go in though, bro.
like this shit is it's like say intricate and just in your face. Like this is the proof to the pudding. You know what I mean? Um, he said in one of the bars, the nigga said you tear the he said he heard you if you tear a rose from the roots, the rose scream. You know what I'm saying? You killing the plant when you tear it from the soil or whatnot. You know what I mean? And like he talking to his girl and this shit. He was married to Khalees and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like where this is Rose the Rose that's parked in the back of his bus. You know what I mean? And this, Rose
Yeah, that
is
Amber
say,
Rose too, huh?
huh? You said Amber Rose?
Yeah, that's her name. You said Wiz Khalifa, her last name Rose too. Amber Rose. You probably
Hey,
said it
hey, hey,
already.
hey,
I
hey, I'm
said it.
glad you said Wiz Khalifa because I was gonna bring his ass up. If you look in the chat, I said Snoop Dogg, the motherfucker. And it's like Wiz Khalifa is like a mirror to Snoop Dogg. You know how they be talking about doppelgangers and shit? Or am I just tripping? You know what I'm saying? And y'all see what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? But anyway, on Rosa Parks, where you after you rose, you risen, right? You rise, right? This was a movement type shit. Look
Wow.
on that same song, right? Y'all listen to the song. It's called Roses. On that same song, that nigga he said that he put his woman, which was um Khalees, right? He said he put her up on game. You know what I'm saying? He said he put her up on Martin Scorsese. That's a fucking, if y'all know who that is, that's a potent film director or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Martin Scorsese made
Right.
some films. You check it out, you will see the films. You be like, oh yeah, this motherfucker.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I
Right.
mean?
He sure did.
Yeah,
He's a hit
Yeah.
unusual
filmmaker.
So look, the whole movement. Martin Scorsese, he said he put her up on the. This is the film Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks got a movie, y'all. It was that's Martin Luther King's woman, y'all.
Whoa. The one that they say he was cheating with?
Rosa Parks, like no, yeah. One Martin.
She was one of the other
No,
actors.
I'm probably tripping. I'm probably tripping on that. Know what I
Ah,
mean? But let me rewind that. Rosa Parks is Miss Parker though. You know, Miss Parker was watering the flowers in Friday.
right. But check this out.
I can't make it up.
Rosa Parks, right? When you said rise up, right? So Rosa Parks, they told her to rise her ass up off the seat, right? And she said,
Yeah,
no, I'm gonna park my ass right back down and not move it. I'm gonna park it
yeah.
right here. So they said rise up, and she said, no, I'm gonna park. What the heck?
This hey, look, then
Rise
look,
your
look at
fucking
this.
And
ass up.
everybody started
Hey,
laughing on that part, you know what I mean? But
hey,
we don't even know the joke on us, huh? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
right. Look, wisdom, like you just said, the Boulevard, Martin Lawrence, Martin Luther,
Yep.
Malcolm,
My Lord.
the ground,
God damn,
Martin
man.
Lawrence with the
the
gun. Remember
Mala.
on
Martin
Martin Luther
Lawrence
King
King.
Boulevard.
All this
Damn.
shit coded, man. That's why he ended up going crazy and shit too, huh? Like, man, this
Yeah,
some bullshit.
yeah.
Right.
God
And
damn, man.
what he said the other night was that when you think about this. So remember Martin Luther King marched down the boulevard, right? That was the big thing. He marched down the boulevard. And when he was going
Mm.
crazy, when Martin Lawrence was so called crazy, right?
And
He
what
was
street
on
was
the
he on when he went
boulevard.
crazy? He was on Martin Luther King when he went crazy.
I
Yep,
don't
he was
know.
on Martin Luther King Boulevard when he went crazy. What the
Man,
fucker?
Can't make
Man,
I'm
this
sorry,
shit
can't
I'm
is
make this shit
sorry.
coded
up.
like a motherfucker. So that means he ain't ready to go crazy. None of that old shit. Like they
Nope.
playing the game with
He
us,
sure
man. And
did, bro.
they the
look, hey,
actors. And
yeah.
y'all know what? You remember we were looking at the other day
But
when
look
we
though,
know we showed that we all actors, we characters or whatever. I forgot what word
Yep.
we were looking at. You know
but
what I
look
mean?
though,
And they know this, so they playing at the
Hey,
highest level of energy,
they
y'all.
called
You
them
see
they
what I'm
called them
saying?
civil
you see.
rights activists.
Actors.
Activists.
Come on now.
Hey, I gotta
Now,
roll up this.
Activists.
man,
Hey,
see,
Actors.
Activists.
you would be going crazy right now because, like, man, that shit is
They
so, like
activists.
you just said, man, it's so right there in your. This don't make no
I got
sense.
oh, you need to
God
get this.
damn, man,
look,
civil rights activist. So your
hey,
civil
hey,
rights is a fucking act, man. Like, nigga.
yeah. Hey, now
Oh
look at
man,
this. This one really about to fuck you up. This one really about to validate that we ain't just talking up here. Now you remember the preacher, he went up in there and he came out of Rosa Parks' house just like Martin in his drawers with a midget on his ass. The midget
It's
threw the brick
fucking
in the back window.
it's ridiculous,
fucking
man.
Now look, if you like say at an angle, you wouldn't even see the midget. It was like that nigga was running from he. That was Martin. Man, I swear to
That's
God, I ain't never said this shit till today. I ain't seen it. You know what I'm saying? We did y'all getting it as it come. We breaking it down together. That's why I said we
mhm.
can. We
was it
started
a
it from the
Friday?
chat up,
I know it.
huh?
I said he on this. I said, bro, on this one. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We
It
hey, like you
sounded
Man,
heavy.
this
said,
I
shit
swear
crazy.
when you said it.
We be saying that shit. Hey, everybody waking up. It just imagine that, man. Look at how the shit is, man. That's a pill back. You hear me?
Y'all got me. I
That's
wish I
a
was still on my computer, boy. I be trying to see when Martin Luther King birthday. Well, we years it passed, but when Martin birthday is shit like that to see when
His
he went
birthday,
crazy, to
his
see if he
so-called
was in
birthday,
March
is
or
the
some
same
shit.
day.
You know?
The same day as
yeah.
my mom's birthday, the 15th. I'm gonna say the 20th. They celebrated it the 20th. You know they do it on Monday, the third Monday or something.
Yeah.
But it's
I
actually
never
the
I thought about.
15th of
I
January.
know Martin Luther King. But I was just wondering about Martin Lawrence. I'm trying to see if we
Yep.
can match that march up some kind of
Hey,
way. You know what I mean? Because when he was
what
saying they were
they
marching and stuff like that.
hey, if I ain't tripping, it was times in that movie where they played Bobby Brown, the old school Bobby Brown, wasn't it? In Friday. Bobby Brown got played in that movie, didn't it? Like one a Bobby Brown song. Or,
Oh,
or,
a
or
Bobby.
James Brown, I mean.
Oh, I
Man,
don't remember. I'm
man,
bad with remembering things.
hey, we can't
I
play
don't
that
remember
kind
the
of
movie
shit.
neither, man.
Like we can't pull up screens and you know what I mean?
What you
Like
looking
on
for?
like could we pull up and,
You gonna
and
share the
just
screen?
and
I can't
show
do it
little
on this
screens?
phone. I can do it on my
Like
other
I mean,
phone.
I wasn't gonna
Let me
share
see.
nothing. I don't know how to do all this shit. I was just gonna suggest,
Wait, okay. You
that
I
said
mean,
you could
I
pull
can
up
look
what?
some
Let
up
me
on my
see.
other phone. That's what I'm saying.
I got my
yeah, like
computer
if
up
we
here,
could
but
get
let me see if it's
visuals with what
dead
we
or not.
talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. Let me
Hey,
see if it's.
this shit is it's intricate, man. I'm glad you read
Yeah,
your
yeah,
chat like
man.
you do, sister. And this just sidebar
Everything for
shit. I ain't
real,
trying to.
man. Mm-mm.
Yeah, wisdom boy. Hey, you hit it on the head though. The Malcolm X, the Mallock shit, all that
Yep.
shit, man.
Yeah, MLK.
Bernie Mac was, like
Oh my
think I,
God, sacrifice. Poor Bernie. He
man.
saw too much and talked too much.
Look,
Burn you.
literally burned. Name literally burned. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hold
Then
on.
Mac
Hold
burnt
on. He
Mackie
died from
Donald.
being burned up?
No, no. He
Oh,
He
died
okay.
of
I
burnt.
thought when you
supposedly
say he literally
sarcoidosis.
burned, I'm finna say, like, God damn.
They say he
Right,
had
look,
sarcoidosis,
burnt
bro, but we never
McDonald's.
heard he was
So
sick.
they burnt the man. He said
Burnt the
burnt
mac and
McDonald's.
cheese. You hear me?
What you said to look up Mind's Eye? Let me see if I can find it. Then I'm gonna try to share the
Oh
screen.
shit.
Where we talking about what we saying, we just pull up the little Friday scenes and shit. Like, you ain't gotta play them because I don't know if they be doing the copyright thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's always
Right.
some weird. You know, but he'll
Yeah, they
get
said, as
mad
long as
at
y'all
us and
play the
shit.
sound, that y'all really have to worry about the copyright. You don't play the sound.
Oh, okay. See, yep, something like you gotta, you know what I mean? Tweak
So
it a
basically,
little
we ain't gonna
bit.
be able to really see the whole thing because we ain't gonna be able to hear it or see it. So we either hear it or not hear it or see it. Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. All right, so now that's gonna be
Yep.
a little.
It's so many gems. Like, think about just pull up the scene where this avatar, you know, where his head in the cabinet, that kind of stuff. Break all this shit down real quick. You know what I mean? Because it's so many, shit. We can peel it back. Chris Rock, you pull up New Jack City. It's a whole bunch of names I put in that chat. And it's
See,
pretty
one
dope.
thing I like about knowledge, man, is that you can always relate it to other shit, and you can just see, especially the game we play, because we know it's a game out here. It's really a stage play for real, and where you can
Yeah.
just really just
Fact.
see through the shit, and then they let you know that we is ushering towards freedom as a whole people. You know what I mean? Because like
Mhm.
they ain't gonna be able to run no tricks on us no more. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, man,
Hey, and look, where I be saying reverse it. You know what I mean? Like y'all don't gotta apply it to y'all. Yet I know free is frozen. And that's the Neanderthal. If you free, you frozen, and that's your slavery. You gotta break the ice, melt that ice where it's room temperature, and you freeze it when you see fit, or you boil it when you see fit. Other than that, You know what I mean? You're not controlling the element that's to be balanced. You know what I mean? With the scale that you are, if you frozen all the time, shit. You know, freedom. It's
Freedom
like
ain't free.
we are free, right? Fucking now. Like imagine a motherfucker
Exactly.
telling you, you know what I mean? Like you know how say they tell the slaves that they free and shit, but they won't go nowhere. They won't come out the cage. You know what I'm saying? Because they free. They don't even know they free. You get it?
Exactly,
They
man. That's
frozen
the
right
whole
there.
point. That's the whole point of life right
Jaw
there, what you
hanging,
just said. Like
jaw
knowing you
hanging
in the
down.
cage, man.
You know what I
I just
mean? They been in that fucking cage so long. They look bottom jaw just hanging. You didn't open the
Man,
cage,
it's
look,
funny
they
you just
free.
said cage, man. I forgot what I was just looking at the other day. I got it. Damn, bro. It said something about fucking bird cage. And I ain't going to that one because I knew what a bird cage was. But goddamn, man. It's something else. Man, I
Red
wish I could
cage.
remember that word.
but
I
hey,
mean, I be
Yeah.
saying some odd shit, bro. Telling you, I be like,
Red
man, how
cage.
the
Yeah.
hell this shit mean this? You know, and
Yeah.
then you just go to a cage. So I just, man, fuck, that's a confirmation. But I can't even remember what
hey,
you confirmed, boy.
but
Yeah.
check this out. I just want to y'all can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go ahead, bro.
Yes,
I just
sir.
want to put this in there. I'm looking at Martin Lawrence and shit. Y'all know he was born in Frankfurt, Germany. Know what I'm saying that's just one little fact I'm gonna throw you.
See?
And then when
See?
you look up anybody online, any famous person, it say years active, and it say 1987 to present. So like when they activated, like when you in the game,
Activated shit.
Wow.
yeah, you
Years
in the game,
active.
you active, yeah,
And
Martin
I
looked
wonder
like a
if his
Mm-hmm.
black
real
president.
name. It
he
might not
active in
be
the
his real
game.
name either. And you look at them nigga name mean certain shit too. I be looking at all the
Martin.
motherfuckers. I'm thoroughly convinced now that all their name means something. God did so many of them. I'm like, yeah, there's a pattern. Like each person that
Right.
died, like if they say
Martin.
somebody happened to die or whatever, the police killed them and shit. You look at the person that got killed name, you will see why they killed them. You know what I mean? I was like, hold on, this man name mean this, and that's why. Oh man, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Man, this shit is fucked up, y'all.
Yeah. Hey,
Mm.
Martin looked like a Moore, don't he? The one that plays your name, Martin Lawrence.
He was one of them German movies. He just said he was from Germany. You know, that's
Yeah, that's
no,
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
yeah,
That's what that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. This
Playing the
shit is deep.
game, man.
We keep on, keep rolling the say the name. You know what I mean? It's right there in your face. You know what I mean? Literally silly. Like he got down across the board. Martin was a fool. Martin Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? Acting his ass off. Remember how he was in Bad Boys?
Yeah,
The
talented as fuck, man.
Denzel.
You see how they just steal a nigga, man, and just and
Look,
the sad thing about it, oh,
Will Smith's name is like, my bad, bro. My bad.
no,
Will
that's all
Smith's
good. Go
name
ahead,
is like
brother.
a,
Do your thing.
y'all get Will Smith. No, it's like a question.
Yeah, Will Smith name so deep, bro. Like you got like a
Mm-hmm.
blacksmith.
Mm-hmm.
You got like
Mm.
Oh
I'm saying
man,
different kind of
And
Smith.
boy,
Oh.
This man is a Will Smith. Like he Smith his wheel.
that motherfucker
wow.
be raw.
That's crazy.
Oh, you said a blacksmith bro, then a Will Smith. So when you will
Hmm.
something, that's a death.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like you get whatever you will.
Oh.
You know what I'm
whatever
saying?
he will, exactly,
What do a
exactly.
Bell do when the ring? He was in Bel Air, the prince of it.
Come on, man. That's Bill. That's ball, man. Right in our
Ball
face,
air.
Yeah,
He was
man.
Belly
heir to
ball.
ball.
Mm-hmm.
He was the heir to
Mm-hmm.
Oh
ball.
His
So
ring.
man,
everything
that's
was his back.
Bill. That's the same shit, man. It's our Molic and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same fucking shit.
Hmm.
What was the names
Mm.
of the family? Uncle Phil. What? Phil up. He's big cat.
Mm.
Jeffrey. Just keep the names, man. This shit
Yeah,
crazy.
Banks. Yeah, like by
What
the
was the
water. The
what was the
currency.
goofy girl name? J Ma. What was the
Hillary.
Rachel?
Hillary.
Okay, Rachel was the wife. Know what I mean?
Nah, I
Yeah,
don't know
then.
Rachel. Yeah, it was Hillary.
Oh,
Hillary Banks.
Hillary was okay. Who
Yeah,
was
Then you
Hillary Carter.
had
Uncle Phil's
Vivian,
wife?
I think.
Yeah,
Vivian.
Vivian
Yeah.
Vivian.
Carter. Yeah.
I think the wife name was Vivian.
Yeah, that right.
Oh, fucking Carlton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Carlton.
man.
It's some
I guess
crazy.
all those shit put a puzzle together, all of them, because we know definitely this is a show for real. So you know it's character. And then when you look at the directors, you see all them motherfuckers, man. And then like you were saying,
Remember,
Martin Lawrence come from Germany. So you can pretty much bet your bottom dollar his real name ain't Lawrence. If he come from Germany, there ain't no German name.
I
You know
can't
what
really
I'm saying?
call it right now. Look, y'all remember
Shit.
Roseanne?
Uh-huh.
Roseanne, man, it's just it should be,
Roseanne.
it's like it's a little adventure. This shit, just take you everywhere. I wanted to say
Yeah,
some
because
shit
they
about
be
Snoop.
teaching you sovereign. My bad, man.
Go ahead, you got it, fam. We
Nah,
rolling
cause
with this
basically
shit.
what they be doing, they teaching you your sovereignty too. When they change their name and shit, let you know that you're supposed to like incorporate yourself as a character. You know what I'm saying? So that way, like everything you're doing is business type of shit. You know, that's what's really going on too. Like all the pseudonym names. I think that's what they call them. Like Jay
Right.
Z's and all of them. Like these people actually live their life as them people. You
Hey,
know what I
oh,
mean?
that's crazy you said his. Cause I broke this shit down. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucking Jay-Z, that's Gay Z. The G is the J. So that's gay.
Come on, man.
That's full gazy,
Hey.
man. You don't see that fake
Hey.
ass down.
Come on.
Like my nigga
Yeah.
Drop said, man. The full
You damn
gazy
sure did.
man.
I like that shit too. I like that shit. You got a nice little
Yeah,
feel to it.
real
Hey, yeah.
shit. That full
You damn almost
gazy.
ready to break out the pen and pad, boy.
You
Ain't
like,
lying.
damn, this motherfucker got a
Oh,
whole
I think I
fucking shade
got
glass.
it. Let's see.
No,
I
no,
got it.
man. These are wicked motherfuckers. Okay.
Yeah, we just like say the sun gaze and don't be doing the sun. Don't sun gaze, man. Wake up, snap out of it, blam, slap you sun gazing. Like you gonna be mad, I know. We laughing though.
Mine's I.
They go ahead, sister.
I got the screen share up. I don't know if y'all could see it. What y'all was saying to pull up on the YouTube.
Shit, like as we talk, if you want to, just pull up, the things we saying. Shit, like right now we
Oh,
on a
okay.
full gaze and shit, you can pull up the diamonds. The you know, like that diamond, how diamond look.
Mm.
Shit
You
like
want
that
your
just
sister soul, you can just Google a few names that might come to your mind, like whatever little famous person that you
mm-hmm.
know, and see what their names might mean or something like that. Maybe if you want to. I think that's kind of like what he,
Yep. We
you know what
freestyling
I mean?
too.
Like
Oh, okay.
if you never saw that Molek meme,
Yeah.
my bad,
All that
y'all.
shit.
If you don't know that
Yep, like you
Molek
just
mean
said.
all those type of things, you probably looking up and see stuff. My bad, y'all.
It says mm, molecular
Hey,
polarity. I don't know why that even popped up down there,
Ooh,
but
so that's molecule. That's all that shit. Bro.
it say molecular orbital theory, molecular geometry. Wow. Molecular polarity. And then it
this
says
is
molecular geometry chemistry.
look, it's nuggets.
Molecular
Like,
shape of
look,
you.
look. Where you saying that? Imagine how weed buds look in the bag. Little molecular.
Man, that shit crazy, bro. So they got us calling ourselves we made of what the fuck whatever they worship.
Yeah, all it is.
So
It's
like they telling you some
look.
shit without saying that shit.
Hey, just like we were saying yesterday. Like these motherfuckers, King to herself. It's where it's like this the level where them deities are real. If you consider yourself right, if you can ball up your hand and feel your fist, you consider yourself real as what real real as it can get.
Brain
Well,
freezer.
everything that your eyes is witnessing, I don't give a fuck if it's you looking at Pinocchio as a cartoon version on the oldest TV set. It's real. What what you looking at if it ain't real. Kick the TV over and break it if it ain't real. Kick it over and break the TV if you ain't hypnotized. What we doing? Pinocchio real.
You know it is real. You know what I mean? A real movie
Check
right
that
in
out.
front of your face. It's real, and you know
Right
what I
in
mean?
front of your face.
Everything being poured in and pushed out. You know what I'm talking about? So
Yeah.
so it's entertainable. It's real, but it's real. It ain't real, but it is real. You feel what I'm saying?
It is.
Yeah.
Hey, look at
It's
that.
really
Hey, sister, so can you pull up, just a regular diamond, like a blue sapphire colored diamond?
Diamonds.
Yeah, could you just, they could be laying on whatever, like, it'll be a big picturized diamond. You know what I'm saying? And we could look at the motherfucker real quick. You know what I'm saying? And it's something I got right here.
I keep hearing a weird ass giggling, and it's not me. Do y'all hear that, or is it just me?
I don't hear it.
Okay. I'm just wondering. It's like, okay.
Hold on, I'm about to see. Look, I drew this picture, a couple of days ago. It was something I seen. But we talking about the Fugazi too, the Jay-Z, the all that, with sun gazing.
Which diamond shape should you choose? What kind of nonsense? Okay. You said sun gazing?
Yeah, just the diamond. Pull up the diamond. The diamond.
The diamond is pulling up some, I don't know what this is. It's just pulling up like diamond shapes on kind of diamond activities, diamond rings. I
Can
put
you
diamond
pull up
shape.
images? Do you got it on all, or do you got it on images?
Oh, I got diamond shapes. Okay, hold on.
And you really want to know, you probably type in symbolic meaning of diamond or something like that, because everything is symbolism. So really the diamond is just that pyramid. When I was showing y'all in the head, when I talk about the pyramid of the structure.
Yeah. Hey,
That's the diamond right there.
Merkaba.
That's the pyramid. Yeah.
It's the Merkaba. Look, we about to break this shit down, man. Fuck the bullshit. It's the space shit. You in one right now. Period. You know what I'm saying?
Diamond. Look at this. Diamond magic. Diamond meaning, what do they symbolize? Diamond new symbolism and powers explain. White diamond and her symbolism explain. I guess that's some show or something. Oh yeah, some of this going into cartoon type stuff, I think. A diamond a symbol of purity. Extract of a spontaneous lecture, have a goal, an idea, live a meaningful life so as to harmonize. That sounds interesting. The rest of them is just still talking about. Okay, here one 7 symbol bilane marca sa diamond deposits. Treasure sign. Diamond deposits manifestation main. This is some foreign. Oh, that's some.
What's the atomic number for a diamond?
Maybe we should go to Google. Let me see. Let me get a Google. Pull up a Google tab.
I thought you was on Google. Yeah, like Google image. Google image will pull diamonds right up. We got all kind of pictures.
Okay, so go to the images.
Yeah.
It's that image shopping news.
On Google. You should get all kind of so to speak, images, outfits. Yeah, it's where, say it's the macabre, like you flip a diamond upside down, like you said. You know what I mean? Wisdom.
Okay, let's get to the Wikipedia.
Say it again.
You know how
Diamond is a
if you could
solid form.
What you say it again?
if you could flip a diamond upside down, it'll be like a just imagine a diamond upside down with something inside of it flying around.
Oh yeah, that's how the
Just
Earth
imagine.
is. And that's with the dome and
Yeah,
everything on it. If you look at the, I think
yeah.
it's the diameter of the diamond or the parts of a diamond or something like that. I think you can get a picture where it actually shows where you can see the crown. They call it the crown, the top of it, like you're talking about, which is like
Right.
our head, our brain, yeah,
You
all that
see,
type of. I don't know what you're trying to put up or not.
y'all see my camera? Look,
Yep.
they said if y'all see the diamond that the shape is with the bat when it's flying or it got his wings spread. See, you see the diamond like this where his wings are, had them peaks and they come to a point. So when the bat is flying, this is what it's flying in. They call it a cosmos. Like say when the bird, a regular bird, start to fly his wings and make that vortex. That the air takes the pattern. Like say where a
Let me see.
Learjet. A Learjet had those two engines on the side. That's the turbining. You know what I mean? So that's like the source of energy, like that vortex that's the allowing whatever it is to move. Know, that's the little say pod it's in. You know what I mean? So like imagine this. You know what I mean? The bat, it's in the diamond when it's flying. You know what I mean? And that's the diamond is a whole little ship. It's like a spaceship. It's a cosmos vortex that allows the bat to float on with these here wings of his. You know what I mean? And you do the same thing with your limbs. You know what I mean? It gets real deep where a diamond is a gem. In the gem, they make it a germ. You know what I mean? Like imagine if this was a robotic fake ass bat that was programmed to attack. You know what I mean? The motherfucker will be coming to tear your ass up. It'll be a flesh eating organism. It'll literally be a germ that you can see big as a fly is little that land on your goddamn shoulder and bite your motherfucking ass. You ever been bit by a little bitty mosquito? Or imagine something big as fuck just swallowing your whole Ghostbusters. Just, shit they be talking about, say CERN and shit. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers ain't concerned. Like, say, ain't nobody concerned for manifesting things out of their own portal. That's they vessel, that's they body say you are a crystal, a diamond. You vibrate. You know what I mean? It's like it's so many of us, and we all meet up on the same, path, the same, journey. Oh, I'm so glad I got to say, because I didn't want to say wrong. I said it anyway, just to say it. You know what I mean? Yeah, we all join up on the same journey. You know what I mean? This bat ain't no goddamn germ. I ain't ever been attacked by one. Don't fuck with him. He ain't fucking with you. You know what I mean? But this shit is it's a whole nother level. What y'all got? Y'all can build on it with me, can't y'all?
I had put it on the screen. I hope it didn't take them everything you there, Wisdom.
Yeah, I'm here.
Could you? It didn't take y'all
What?
out, did it? Won't let you back on. Hold on, everything. Let me give you the link again.
Hey, wisdom. What you think,
Yes, sir.
man? What you think, bro?
What now?
You know, like say the fugaziness of it. Can you see a real diamond when you see one, man? Can you tell the real from the fake?
All the time, man.
You know what I'm saying? This is what it's like,
But
man.
one
It's
thing
like
about me, man, everything is this or that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see things. So, I try not to look at a person and say, oh, man, yeah, you're a fake one or you're a real one, because at the end of the day, motherfuckers be kidding, man. What you think real is could be the fake one, and what you think fake could be the real. In my eyes, I saw it. So,
yeah,
you just never know, man. You know what I mean?
Right. What you
You got
can't
to be
tell
able to
what's
decide
real.
what's real for you. You know what I'm saying? Period. So when you're dealing with people,
Yep.
especially, you will always see something that you don't agree with. You're like, man, I don't like the way he wears hat. I don't like the way motherfucking shoes he got. I don't like man, nigga always gonna have something to say. You know what I mean? So, like my papa
man.
always say, man, fuck people, basically. So, just it is what it is. You know, that's how I see it.
Man, hey,
Yeah.
so it's so deep, man. Can you deny that? You know, say the part.
Why
You
won't let
know,
him back in?
it ain't letting the bro back in.
Yeah, he said it won't let him back in. I put the link back in there.
Hey, you remember how Miss Parker part? Man, she was watering the fucking flowers, man.
Miss Parker?
Mrs. Yeah, you know what I mean? She, the tulips or the roses or whatever, I don't know. You know what I mean? But
Who is Miss
Mrs.
Parker?
Parker on Friday, the movie Friday. Remember Craig and Smokey was walking down the street and they said, "I am Miss
Okay, yeah.
Parker." You know what I mean?
Oh, the midget wife.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like where this coincides with like I don't know if it hit you like you know what I mean, but Martin and Bernie Mac, you know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers, that's the same story. That's the very
I'm trying to pull this album up. Let me see. Rose Miss and you said the lady was doing the it's kinda crazy. She was watering
real
the
vision, you know,
roses
put the whole world
and
like
a
the
lot of
world
these
survive.
all of this coinciding, and it's like that Friday, now that I think about it, Friday was like a big thing for like black kids. It was like, what was it about that movie that was like everything to them? Was it one of the first hood movies? It wasn't one of the first type
Look,
hood movies, no.
for me, it was, it was one of them every day, crispy morning, man. I'm about to hit the streets,
It was the
like
first
think
real
creative.
type movie.
Yeah, slap your shoes on. Thank the creator, hit the door, go out. What's up, everybody? Hit the motherfucking block. Feel like, know what I'm saying? Friday. You can, it got everybody with that shit. And look, Friday, that's like, fries, like, cook.
That's a
Telling
chill
you,
day for
man.
everybody.
Yeah, that motherfucking Debo, he beat motherfucker down. Like that whole thing that coincide with say say that motherfucking Debo, he was a smoker. Felicia was a crackhead. They was Pookie. You know what I mean?
Mm.
The money, remember they tried to steal the money from
Right. He
Calvin?
blamed her.
Debo made him go in
Yeah.
Stanley house. He said he like it got kind of thick. Like say it was y'all would have probably hit a motherfucker in their mouth. It would have been a fight that day before it got to that night that day on
Right.
Friday, man. You know what I'm saying? When Craig was all spooked. He checked. He had Smokey looking dumb, like you know what I mean. It was where that motherfucker they went through the dude window. You know what I mean? And Ezel even came in. That nigga Debo woke up though, like you know what I mean? Shit, that nigga Craig would never went through what he went through if it wasn't for Smokey coming through with the disrespect. Smokey was like Rick James, nigga. You know Rick James said, "Fuck your couch." He jumped in there. He stepped all on Craig's bed. That's fuck your couch.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? That's literal. Like if I ain't tripping, tell me I'm tripping. Like Craig grabbed the gun out the dresser and put that motherfucker in Smokey face. Like you know what I mean?
Have some
Like the
kind of
motherfucker
respect.
like, huh?
He said, like, have some kind of respect.
Yeah. And this was before he. I don't know. I can't even put that in exact order right now. But yeah, he put that motherfucker in his face. Like nigga, ain't nobody playing with your motherfucking ass. And like say in the sense that's your boy Yahweh head to the back sweating and shit, like acting the clown, man.
You just don't
Like
know
sit
how to
your
act.
ass
You just don't
down,
know
man.
how to act.
You hear me? Now you crying in the back of the truck. Y'all remember?
Right.
Motherfucker. You crying in the back of the truck. Like, we just pointing up this fugazi, y'all. They took our babies, man. We gotta, we ain't on this motherfucker just talking. I I see it a whole nother way, take it and, for what it's worth, man. Like, my dude Brandon, rest in peace, man. He gave me I could watch Friday because he gave me the movie. You know what I'm saying? He owned the shit. Remember he used to talk to me, about this shit. I mean, but it's like you look up in this whole thing. The dude was where he ended up? He ended up with that gun in Debo face. You know what I'm saying? He ended up pointing that motherfucking Debo face, and it was where he was about to blow his motherfucking shit off. You know what I'm saying? But Debo was like 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 um like help me out, y'all. Help me out, man. Y'all know like who was
Bro,
Debo
I ain't
looking?
ignoring you. I'm trying to get this screen together while you talking. I'm trying to get something going because you was saying something about. So I'm like, I pulled up one of my albums. I wanted to get that going while we was talking. Just got different
Uh-huh.
stuff in it.
Man, what was his name? Like let's break him down. Tiny Zeus. Let's
That's
talk
who,
about
the
it.
midget?
Debo. You know, Tiny Zeus Lister.
Oh, he just passed too.
Yeah, let's talk about it, man. I'm trying to get my other headphones because these motherfuckers about to
He just
die.
passed.
You know what I mean?
They said, I think they said he had COVID. Wisdom, you there?
Put the
I think
puzzle
he.
together, y'all.
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you know that? You remember the dude? You know he just remember he had just died. Not even a couple of weeks ago, right?
Right.
Who did
Been
that?
about a month.
The
Debo.
Debo dude.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Yes, ma'am. And what about what y'all
Man.
was saying? I was talking to somebody. What was y'all saying about him?
Shit, he had to fight Craig. Craig had to fight. You know what I mean? Debo. He's Tiny Zeus. Tiny Zeus. That ain't Zeus.
And then Debo like the bully or whatever. And that's like symbolic, like all the tyranny and stuff that been going on, about to be lifted up and still like showing change and shit like that, because it was like a big deal when he finally beat
Yeah.
Debo up and shit.
life lessons, you know what I'm saying? Find these little Mr. Debo, and then, like you rewind a little bit, go back to the daytime on Friday, that part, where we got to the nigga on possum mode, like he was glorifying being a coward or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Smokey, he leaves, he be talking again, you know what I'm saying? When you get some shit started. Y'all hear me? Hold on.
Exactly. Cause
Hold
he
on.
was Smokey. Smokey is the
Yeah,
one that
Smoke said
he said get the shit started, ignite the fire. Smokey. This picture I got up now, I say to be enlightened or awake does not mean that we are flawless or never commit any mistakes. It simply means that we are watching our own thoughts and reactions as God from up and above the heaven, body, and mind. We are spiritual beings without a human experience, with a human experience, and while in the body, we most often forget who we are. We are one with God.
Man, that basically explained every fucking thing I tried to explain earlier, man. Damn that word for word.
Exactly right. And dang,
From
you
the
can't even
heaven,
see the
man.
pictures,
Got the
bro.
head of God, man. That shit crazy. Go ahead, sister.
I wish you could see the pictures. This next picture I'm finna read is the guy holding, like, remember earlier you was saying, yeah, if you somebody was saying something about the moon and we were trying to explain the moon, and then you was like, yeah, if you stand somewhere and take the picture, you could be holding it right in your hand or something. You was telling them this picture is showing the dude sitting by the water in the sun, and he's holding, like, he cupping the sun in his hand.
See,
yeah, that's that
cause that's abstract thinking. You see what I'm
everybody can
saying?
do that.
You could see it, mind's eye,
Hmm.
and
Because it's right in
it
front of
Yeah, I
your
see
says
the
face like
picture.
that.
Yeah, that's that yeah, that ain't nothing but the shine that's on my eyeball from any source of light. You know what
Right.
I mean?
look looking in
Anybody
the
can do
mirror.
it
And that's what it
anywhere.
kind of try to tell you too. That's what it's telling you. It's in you. You holding it. It's in you. Yeah.
Yeah. Interpretation, everybody can do the same thing. Like I say,
Yahweh,
it's
have a good night, babe.
information. Everybody can debate information.
Exactly.
Everybody. Everybody can
Yes, sir.
debate information. Intelligence is irrefutable.
Yeah.
You know what
About
I
to
mean?
get on back to it. Now I'm back to the computer. Let me see. Gonna run it down real quick and I'm probably gonna go ahead and lay it down. We'll get back to it. Hold on.
Yeah.
You want me to add your screen? Okay, let me read this
Hold on,
picture then. Real
hold
quick.
on, not on there yet. So go ahead. Do what you're
Oh,
doing. I ain't tripping, you know.
okay. It says, this one says, your body listens to everything you say and believes every single word. Not only do your words and thoughts impact your future and present quality of life, they also have an impact on your health. So here's the big question. Are your words making you and your loved ones sick, or are your words making you and your family health? Watch what you say, watch what you think, and watch how you live. Some of these are just pictures from I gathered, like some of the affirmations I be using when I be
Oh
on
yeah, I see
social
the
media.
same the screen now too. My bad. Go ahead.
Yep, I
I'm
finally
talking
got it.
about Yahweh. I let you Wayne. Yes, Go ahead.
I
Them
know he said good night.
affirmations
He
might
jumped
be
on and said
deeper
good
than
night.
you know.
What you say, Mind's Eye?
I said them affirmations might be deeper than we know. I ain't never checked them. You know what I'm saying? I
Hey, the
check,
other thing, what you just said then was the same exact thing I
you
had
know,
already said too.
man,
About how your thoughts will affect your body and shit. That shit is fucking it's stupid. It's like,
yeah,
man,
yeah. That source of those words, yeah. You know, break all those words down to help us say what we say. It's all, fractal. Like, and we ain't even gotta go that far. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like that. It's where, you will get up in that shit, boy. It'll be, you know what
Wisdom,
I
you trying
mean?
to share now?
Huh?
Wisdom, I think Wisdom, you trying to share now the screen? Oh, it looked like it was adding
My
another one. Or
phone
maybe that
just
was his
got
thing. This next affirmation
And
say,
you
we
know how
speak
you
things
said
in.
that? You said
Oh, what you say, honey?
like every day you learn something new. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It's where that is so, man. Shit, if that ain't never been true for me, shit, I don't know who it is. You know who that's true for, because I do learn something new every single. You know, every single
Yep.
day. But you go ahead. What you was about to say?
You know, I was just gonna read this next affirmation, brother. You right. We do learn something new every day. People be
Mm-hmm.
thinking they know everything and know it all with their egos. It's like, come on now, we ain't even at about 2% yet.
See, when that's when you tap
Hey,
into the source, that's when you know. So that's why like it's
hey,
only one code, and that's you. Like once you know
hey,
that, and you know what you really is, then you do literally know everything, because everything that you know is not you. You see what I'm saying? So like once you know
Yep.
that, okay, it's different between like
hey.
knowing everything is for like being able to recite. Like I don't know how to make a car or whatever the case, but I know that I can find a person who do know how to make a car. You see what I'm saying, or whatever the case. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like as long as you got access,
Mm-hmm.
you know it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Hey, I got a question for you, Wisdom. For you, you know what I mean? For you, dip out on us, man. Or before y'all shut it down. Um, just like say on the level, say where you just say forget about what we know is tired. You know what I'm saying? How far do you think you could run just on your 2 feet? Full, just full throttle without even imagine that you could lose breath. How far do you think your body could go? Do you think you could get out of the state that you in? You think you could run like
Mm.
just a car like where you look up, you've been running so hard, so like they said Forrest Gump did, bro. How far you think your vessel that you in right now? You know you strong. You know
I could
like
probably
you know
run probably at
what I
least
mean?
almost 2 miles, probably. When I was in middle school,
Man,
I used to have to run what they call a cross country, and that's like a little longer than a mile. You know what I'm saying? And so we used to actually try to run that bitch as fast as we could, like non-stop. You know what I'm saying? And so like sometimes you run it like 6 minutes and stuff like that. 6.5 minutes. You know what I mean? So like nowadays I could probably do that
hey,
non-stop.
hey, I so you think you could just make it 2 miles, bro? Hey, I think I could make it out of my state into a whole other.
You probably
You
could.
too.
I
I'm
could. I
talking
don't
to you too,
think.
sister. Could you, sister?
What you say, bro?
How far do you think you could make it if you just, had to drive like a car, 2 feet,
And
like
I
a
had to,
road
and I was
runner? You think you
running.
like just think of running like you never thought about it before? You think you could start your engine like you never knew you could? How far you think you
I
could
think I
go?
can. I think I
For
can.
you to
I
say, "Oh,
think I
let me
can.
stop
I
at this
think I
water."
can. I could
Like
probably
just
go.
imagine your whole life on the line. You think you got free, just an endless
Oh, now
supply.
that's
Just like
different.
when
You
you
know
look
what I
up
mean?
and you
I think
Right. The
I can run as
energy.
far as I
yeah, that's
could
what
until I need to stop. I probably wouldn't stop running
bro,
until
imagine with me.
yeah. I know what you're saying.
Go ahead, man. I'm saying you got man, you bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm 150 pounds, man. So, you know what I mean? I know you probably a little heavier than that. You know what I'm saying? You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
170 day, but that much
It's
heavier
just
than you.
like look, it's like yeah, and that don't matter.
But
Like
yeah, that don't matter though,
that
because
don't
it's about your
because
body taking over your adrenaline. And I I wouldn't know I'm tired
man,
until I have to stop. You see what I'm saying? Like I could use the example
man,
like when them people used to be behind me or whatever. Like I ain't doing no stopping. I'm running. I'm running through the projects all day from them bitches. You know what I mean? So I would never thinking about stopping. Period. You know what I mean? Try to get away.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
Right. Like look, Forrest Gump, he knocked them motherfuckers over that was trying to tackle him and he ran on out the damn stadium. He gone.
You hear me?
Yeah, he ain't
Somebody
know he's
said that.
say I ain't know I supposed to stop. You supposed to keep going, right? So basically that also was
You feel
symbolic.
me?
Then you know it
Like,
ain't no stop, no end to it, huh?
Right.
right, you are a vessel, you a car. Man, hey, I know I could get, you know, look like imagine Ricky was slipping, nigga. He should have dusted them niggas. You hear me? You shouldn't have got caught. I was there, nigga. I would have either ran up on that motherfucker, dodging bullets, and took that motherfucker, or dipped out. You know what I mean? But he wouldn't have got me. You know what I'm saying? Just think about this shit. Flash, adrenaline. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being able to see, man. I'm telling you, man, y'all be hitting defensive. Sister Soul, you would be like, damn, I am not old. You know what I mean? You would look at yourself like, oh my God, I am not old at all. I am sharp. You know what I mean?
Feeling young in
Or people,
spirit.
The
Hmm.
only
you
thing
hear me?
old is
Or
your
people
spirit,
be like,
man. Been here forever, ancient,
yeah,
and it's always born anew.
we
You
are
know what I
all,
mean?
you know, and yeah, and then they got, you know, say nothing to do with your superheroes and shit, where they put all that extra sauce on it. This is us, period. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Oh, this
Um,
that
I got
video.
it up for you too, so whenever you're ready.
Okay, bro. Let me put this one down.
Trying to remember where we was at.
who that right there?
That's a video clip from The Rock. That was some deep stuff he was saying. I can't remember what it is. It's like three clips I had. He was talking about the black and how the black guy, one of the guys that was a drug dealer or something, he came there and they stood up to him. He was trying to bring all the neighborhood down. It was a whole bunch of stuff with that. It was showing basically the drugs coming into the neighborhoods in the crack when the crack epidemic started and stuff. It was crazy.
I think you're talking about Rick Ross, right?
No, it was a show. Remember the show, The Rock? Did y'all ever see that? He was a garbage man, the bald guy.
Nah,
No.
Was it The
I
Rock?
thought he
Am I
looked like
saying the
Shaq.
wrong? I might be saying the wrong name. You saw his picture, right?
Yeah, he had on the blue shirt or something.
You don't remember that guy, Mind's Eye? You don't remember that show? He was a garbage man. It ran for about 8, 9 seasons. Around the time when that show Moesha was out and what else
Mm.
was out around that time?
I can't
I
say I
thought the show was
remember a
called The
garbage
Rock.
man.
Dang, that was a good show. It was
The
all
Rock,
black cast.
with he had the light skinned friend and
Hold on.
the
I gotta
white
show y'all
chick.
this real quick. Just real quick. Hold on, Wisdom. 1 second. I gotta put this back on
Was
so
it the
y'all can
bald
see.
head dude?
Yeah.
The bald head, kind of headset Rock dude. The dude named Rock.
Yes, exactly.
I forget the name of the show, but I know what show you talking about.
Oh,
You
I
said
He
you
was
said
already
good.
I
He
seen
could
Moesha.
what you
watch and
already.
shit.
Yep, around the time
He
Moesha. I
was
think it was the
bald head.
Moesha show. Yep, he was heavy set. The wife, she
He
was
looked like
I
that.
think she was a nurse or something.
He looked like that dinosaur family. Remember that little
Right, you
show
ain't
that was the
lying. Yep,
dinosaur?
sure
That's the
did.
dude that was Kane's that's the dude that was Sharif Daddy on Menace to Society. Remember he told him he was like
Y-
he was
Right. I
like
think that. Yep. Yep.
he told him he was the
Sure was.
prey. He was like the hunt is on you the prey. You know what I'm saying? So that's like
Yeah, they had some serious little topics on that show. That was a
Rocky.
good little show.
Oh man, Moesha and all them. Hey,
But you
look,
up
the
there now,
bald head.
Wisdom.
Remember we was talking about the haircuts in the face,
Hmm.
the haircuts in the face.
The haircuts
We
in
was
the
just
face.
talking
Yep.
about Yeah, we were just talking about running. You know, say you don't change your tires, they'll be bald, and you won't get traction. You will slide. You will hydroplane. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
getting bald, it's kind of, you know, I don't know, is it a cutoff? You know, your hair is like a cord. You know what I'm saying? You can take it how you want to, not positive or negative. You know what I mean? But being
Like a playing
bald,
board, you saying?
yeah, it like say if you do go bald, you should know why. You shouldn't lose your hair like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Like people be like, oh, I lost my hair. That's where it's a tragedy. Think about it.
If he
You know
bald,
what I
he
mean?
just bald. They made them bald hairdos come in for that reason specifically. Everybody started wearing them bald hairdos
Yeah, somebody
because their
grip
hair
your
falling out.
shit and you know, like imagine, you know how you can hold a basketball and have grip. Somebody grab your fucking
Mm-hmm.
head, your shit. They got, they got you. They got you by your head. It might be
Big
worse
old
than,
rockhead.
you know, having a fistful of hair. Motherfucker grip your shit like a basketball. You know, like motherfuckers know what they doing with these bodies. This shit ain't no joke, man. Motherfuckers sleep on themselves. Literally.
Exactly.
Like literally sleep on yourself. Like I be seeing Ken got herself, man. He be like, you know what I mean? Kind of taking things to another, you know, say changing that revolver girl or whatnot. Yeah, a lot of y'all do that though. I mean, everybody do that. But I already getting on the rant or whatever. Okay,
You right, bro. I hear you.
I do, man. I be my bad, man.
You be in your head though. I be listening though. I be listening to everybody. I swear, I don't care if they be rambling, what they think they saying. I be hearing it all.
Yeah,
Ain't
just
nothing
get it
rambling when
out.
somebody's still absorbing it.
Right, just get it out, man. Last night, where we shut down, man. It was like we was talking about the sun, right? And
Hmm.
it carousels. You know what I'm saying? The sun it carousels. It like goes up and down. Like say you move your hand up and down as you point to the left or right direction. You know,
Right.
it'll make a wavy sign. You know what I mean? So it's like this. I was just kind of pondering. Have you ever seen those systems where you know, like say Mario, he stand on top of the tube and he go down. You know what I mean? But it's like you know how you
Trying to
could
get to
put
the level.
yeah, you could put a sphere over a tube and it look like the ball is levitating. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like right as the sun moves, could it be some type of energy point in the world that pushes the sun up and it just as it carousel go up and down? You know what I mean? You know, like a volcano push a plume into the air.
Hmm.
Like where you can
I
see
think.
shit, you can't
I
see
just think
shit.
every.
Hmm.
I think we just going
You
around
broke
it
up on
though.
my end.
I say I think we're just going around it, bro. We're just circling
Yeah.
around the sun.
Yeah, like say you on the carousel but you ain't on the horses and stuff
Right. Just
like
going
that.
around and around
Kind
and
of like
around and around and
that.
around.
Like you walking all around the horses and stuff, but the ground is moving and you maneuvering through it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like that.
Hmm.
And you can get on the horses and just ride that if you know what I'm saying. Or that's what we do when we go to sleep and shit. We get on the horses, the
On the
vehicles, getting the
merry-go-round
rides
in
and
your
rest,
head,
and
just
then
like
we
counting the sheep.
Yep, like say the day come around, your ass swing right up with it. You know what I mean? And then as the night come around, you lay back in the pod, say that's your bed. You know what I mean? Like
The
where you
same as
say the
when you lay
word
down to
meat.
go to sleep. You don't even notice the time. You notice that? Like you lay down, you thinking like, okay, let me just sit here for a second. You
Mm,
could lay down when you doze off. You wake up them whole 10, 9 hours, 8, 7, 4, 5. You never time. It's like it was just 2 minutes ago you went to sleep. Time traveling.
right.
You think you went to about 8, 9, 10 hours. What's really going on? Because it was like 5 minutes. How is it 10 hours later?
Ooh, hey, we going somewhere. Something just hitting. I'm about to take you somewhere. I know you can roll with me. Y'all got the imagination. You know what I'm saying? When you say meat, you saying meat. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Would you agree?
Mm. You said me and you?
Yeah, like M-E is M-E-E-T is M-E-A-T. Like you can't make a
Meat.
meat. I mean, you can't make a sandwich without the meat. You know what I'm saying? Be the meat between the bread. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when you say that, so this is talking about like say it's deep, man. It's very deep. It's like you standing in the mirror, like we always talk about the
Yeah.
dimensions. This is about you catching up with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like say literally leaving a message to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Your babies. You know what I'm saying? Your family and stuff.
Mm.
Like every time we lay down, it's like we go into that pie. You know what I mean? It's like the plus sign, you
Right.
up and then you down. You know what I'm saying? We projecting and it's like you talking to yourself on every level where like we individuals. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like uh, you know how you can interact with everybody. We doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like say I'm just a voice in your head, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I got my life over here. I got my blunt roll. I'm about to spark it. You know what I'm saying? Take it, take me a little puff or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Hmm.
you a voice in my head, like we one big symbiotic. Um, like how they say, Andy up. You know what I'm saying? Like, come
Now
on,
you will.
like we like elbows or something, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like Andy up, everybody, or we having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Or we gotta, whatever. We gotta come together. You know what I'm saying? Andy up the ant. You know what I'm saying? But in
That's
this case,
facts.
like a lot of shit, like yeah, you look up, it's like AI is is taking over the shit. It seems like man, like you know what I mean, every which way you look, it's like it's crazy, man. You feel me?
Yeah.
You gotta be
It
able to
is.
keep up with yourself, or man, eating up this life and growing up, looking at your parents, you growing up and your day to day. You know what I'm saying? It's it's overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? Once you really wake up, you know what I'm saying? I did have it. Like, um, I realized, man, that was my time. You know what I'm saying? When I had woke up, like kind of like they say Neil did in Matrix. I fell to my knee, man. You know what I'm saying? And it was I literally woke up running out of my bed. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't no Morpheus motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? talking
Mhm.
to me and nothing. It's just, you know what I'm saying? I had to awaken in myself, man. And it was crazy. And I'm just learning, more and more to sharpen this and kind of, become, what I'm supposed to be, man, with this shit. Cause this is crazy.
Mm.
You would look up and, you already did shit.
Exactly.
And got the picture. You know what I'm saying? You got the picture, man. That motherfucker, like, get your learn on, get your burn on. Like when they say you ready, like you say you ready, that's the red D, you know, that's that lower chakra. Or say, you know what I mean? You don't care what nobody thinks. That's the arrogance part, you know what I mean? That that
Right.
that red, it's gonna blast you off, you know what I mean? Like, oh shit, you can't do nothing about the red chakra, you know what I mean? That motherfucker carnal, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's just that's just what it is. So when you ready, you know what I'm saying, you burner. You are a burner. You feel me? Learning is burning, and you see infrared, literally.
Inferno.
Like you
Burning
you
like an
you you
inferno.
seen, but yeah, look, you info like you just said. You seen buttermilk, haven't you? You melt
But
that butter with your eyes, literally. I ain't even about to say it like everybody be saying, literally. But yeah,
right, literally.
you melt butter with your eyes and everything. You know,
hmm
you melt butter and everything else gold with your eyes. We said something about seeing purity. Like everything, like thinking is drinking, you seeing 100 proof.
Yeah,
Knowing how
literally
to,
is.
you know what I mean, mental. Knowing how to firm mental, firmament. You know what I'm saying? So like we deal with the whole thing of speaking the truth and spilling it. Just say spell drunken master. You know what I mean? Like you drunk. They're like drunk ass nigga. You better drunk ass nigga. That drunk ass nigga. Whop that bottle upside your head, dog.
Uh-uh.
You hear me?
Okay.
He hit he he hit the ground, but you could have slapped him. He hit the ground after. You know what I'm saying? You can bounce back up and broke your nose across the cheek. He ain't even know
Uh-uh.
what he's doing. It don't. You know what I mean? Like he drink like the drunken master. He drinking intentionally, sister. So you know this, don't you? Like he gonna get blacked out drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like where you think he fucked up, he got control over his motherfucking stomach. Some, you know what I'm saying? And he know when he gonna have the hangover. Have you seen the Drunken Master with Jackie Chan?
uh, you're not talking about the movie with Chris Rock, right?
Nah, it's called Drunken Master. Jackie Chan.
No.
You ain't seen it? You should check it.
Mm-mm.
It's all deep. If you watched it, you'll be like, wow, you you will see, oh sister soul, it ain't scary enough. It's about a art, a martial arts man
Oh, I love
who
karate
get,
now. I
you
love
know,
kung fu.
he
Uh, I'll
he
check it out.
yeah, he drink that liquor up and he'll kick you up. You know what I'm saying? But I fall back, I just ramble again.
Now that you said that, it made me think about Bruce Lee being a black man and not being a black Chinese for some reason. Wisdom, you ready, brother? You want to go on ahead and get and hit that real quick? I know you've been holding out. You said you was tired.
Yeah, then the sleep. Yeah, go ahead. Sister, I'm ready.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead. 21. Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to read it? Okay. It says, and the people stood afar off. Mark 3:31. Jesus' mother and brother stood without. Who is my mother and brethren? And he looked round about them which sat with him and said, Behold, my mother and my brethren. Whoever does the will of God is my brother, sister, mother. And Moses drew near unto the thick darkness, the fearful people where God was. God was in them, but they could not hear. You want to elaborate on that?
You remember at the top it was saying something when Moses told them to fear not, right? And so
Uh-huh.
it references in that same and it finishes out the verse 21 when it says that Moses drew near unto the thickness. You know what I mean? That was all a part of the original 21. You know what I mean? That you started out reading. So it's all a part of that. So it's explaining them walking into the darkness. You know what I mean? He walking into the people that's considered the darkness, the people that was fearful or whatever. When it says that Moses drew near unto the thick darkness, he was talking about the people. The people represent the darkness. You know, which was the same Smoky Mountain that they were talking about. You see what I'm saying? So you see how they doing the word
So
play.
basically, yeah, going back to still telling you to go back, making you think about going back to that spirit to get enlightened in your mind.
Exactly. But people would think that see, first of all, they'll take the Smoky Mountain literal. Because people always say Moses actually went up to the mountain. He actually heard of God. He actually came down with the 10 Commandments. He actually know the fuck he actually didn't, according to what the book is actually saying.
Totally different.
So that's why I be like, hey, who told y'all that? You know what I mean? Like y'all reading it, and then you hear people debating, say, man, Moses ain't do this. Then instead of people that really looking at it, be like, hold on, why do you fools think that he went to the top of the mountain? Let me read this for myself to see what it actually saying. Then they can really help their brothers. You see what I'm saying? Instead of just saying, man, y'all need to throw this shit in the trash, y'all need to do this. Man, just help them see, just be able to teach what you know out of what this is saying. It's like you're a chakra person. You can teach about the chakra. Or if you're this, you can see it from this angle, that angle, because it's all you at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So if a person want to find themselves by saying worship Jesus, just teach them what Jesus is. It's all gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just trying to rip something out of a person, man. But especially like when everybody be down and wrong, what I'm trying to say. And I'm not saying I'm just right. I'm just trying to read what I see it saying. That's all I'm doing. I'm not trying to take nothing from it, add nothing to it. It's like, oh, okay, thick darkness. Oh, okay, that reference this. Oh, okay. That's all I'm doing. You know what I mean? So I'm not telling about subscribe to shit or none of that, But it'd be nice just to know what the fuck they're saying. It's just the whole world down there follow the shit.
Right.
So okay, let me keep going. Okay, it was 22. So
read it again. You said read 22 again, brother?
It should be scrolling down for you. No, this part of it. No, it's continuing.
Okay. It ain't come up yet on my side. Let me fast forward it. Did it go? Okay, there it goes. It says, and the Lord said unto Moses, thus thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, ye have seen that I have talked with you from heaven.
Okay, first of all, I want to point this out. Let me point this out to you right quick. Right, I meant to highlight that. Let me go and just highlight it. That's gonna be a question to some of these people. I almost jumped on some boys' channel to ask them this question when they were talking about the scripture, but they were a little too straightforward in their own way of thinking. They probably wouldn't even been able to talk to me right. You know what I mean? But you see how they capitalize the word "thus" after a comma. You notice that? That's not correct, right? So I was like, damn, okay, I wonder why they did that. So it's letting you know that thus is the word of God that's in you. That's what they're talking about when they're doing it like this. You see what I'm saying? So it's saying, and the Lord and the Lord said unto Moses, right? So the thus is the Lord, right? It say, thus thou shalt say. Like you should speak me. You know, remember how I tell you that Jesus is the spirit of prophecy? So like it was we're speaking out of their mouth. So it's like I want you to speak me to the children of Israel, like not yourself. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's capitalized. Then you know that it ain't Moses doing the talking. It's Dust doing the talking. It's this doing the talking. That thing, that holy thing that was in Mary type shit. You know what I mean? But anyway, I didn't want to point that out because good people probably would overlook it and won't be like, damn, why that high capital letter that they read about it like that? Or they just got a typo. See, they would call this a typo. You know how people say it's all kind of misprints and all kind of hypocritical statements and all that shit. You know what I mean? But it's not. But you can't repeat when it's saying, "Thus thou shalt say." You know what I mean? And understand that's what he's saying. Then you won't get it. But he's gonna do it again later on. So I try to point it out again. But they're gonna use "thus." It's gonna use another word, but it's gonna be capital out of place. So you'll get what I'm saying. Go ahead. Still, that's what's up. Hey, she stepped up.
Okay, man, I'm about to get up out of here, man.
All right,
I'm gonna be in
man.
the chat though. I'm gonna be listening up.
You sound like she sleep though.
Yeah, you chat.
All right, brother.
Yes,
That's what's up,
yeah.
man.
Okay, man. I don't think she ain't sleep. Peace though, wisdom, man. Sister Souls. Till next time.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I think she sleep. Sound like I hear snoring. You snoring at that sister? Better go and tear out too. Then if you ill. Yeah, she sleeping in the motherfucker. I'm out, y'all.